right, everybody, welcome back to Supernatural 20. My name is Bob. I'll be your Dungeon Master for today. We've got our 4 out of 5 Supernatural crew back. We got Steph, Christian, Andrew, and Steve. Michelle is not here, but we got a very lifelike look-alike, I should say, to stand in her place. Look at that. Perfect.
Bear will be missed today.
Bear will definitely be missed. I have a feeling Bear will be missed because last adventure we played, Bear took so much damage from the party. It was nice to have. But you know what? That's what Andrew and Steve are here for this time. So,
I'm not too good at that. I don't know.
the wizard and the cleric taking all the damage.
That's what we're here for.
That's it. So welcome to Supernatural 20. If this is your first time watching, Supernatural 20 is our horror-themed one-shot campaign. All of the adventures are standalone. However, we do kind of continue with the same characters throughout the seasons. And we're in Season 2, and this is going to be I believe it's episode 5. If I'm mistaken, I'll correct it in the title. But we're going to be playing another Radiant Citadel adventure. I actually made an announcement earlier in the year that that we only had really one more Radiant Citadel that I wanted to run, and it was super awesome, super creepy, and that's the one we're running today. I won't spoil anything with the name, but we'll reveal that towards the end. So everybody, why don't we introduce our characters and let everybody know who we're playing? Why don't we start? We'll start with Andrew. We'll go reverse this time. Andrew, tell us who you're playing.
I'll be playing Dobby, the Hobgoblin Wizard today, specializing in the Divination School of Magic.
Nice. And you also have a familiar with you, a familiar to all of us, Hawkey.
Yes, Hawkey. Absolutely. Never leaves my side.
That's right. One of the great familiars on the channel. Excellent. All right, we go to Steve. Steve, who are we playing?
I'm playing Yagnir. He is a tiefling cleric who specializes in the charming arts of exorcism. Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, and Yagnir, while you were absent last time, there was a moment where the party was like, oh, God, we needed Yagnir. Maybe there'll be that sense that you're here this time, that you're saving the group. We'll see. We go to Christian.
All right. Hey, guys. Hi, guys.
Hey.
I'm playing Azula, the Shadow Sorcerer. We had a lot of fun in the last campaign, but I'm definitely glad to have Steve and Andrew back for this one. We held our own, but we definitely could have used a couple extra bodies.
Yeah, I'm referring obviously to the Black Rose Inn. I'll put a link to it either down below or right about there. Then we go to Steph. Steph, we playing?
Hi, all. I play Bork de Hork. He is, or sometimes referred to as Brock, because people don't know how to read.
Who knows?
But he is a half orc. He looks more human than orc. He's kind of ready to, I don't know, he's just not bored of everything, but ready to move to the end of every adventure. Last adventure, he took a lot of madness and is already frightened. So we're going to see how this plays out.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry. He's a rune fighter. So you'll see a lot of rune action, and I'll be right up front trying to hit everything.
Yep, and what Steph's referring to there with the madness points is we have a sanity system. You can check it out. It's in the description below. Okay, so today our adventure is going to take us to a different climate. We're going to go to the arid and desert-like region of San Sitlan. This is basically I would say the climate and the geography is that similar to modern-day Mexico. And the region of San Sitlan is actually centered around the city of San Sitlan. It's a pretty large hub area here, with most of the towns kind of being maybe like stopover towns. You might stay for a night, things like that. But you're actually going to one of these stopover towns called Milpasul. Milpasul is a small little, like I said, town that's on the edge of San Sitlan's region. Your guild received a note from someone there named, let's see, what was the name again? Rufina. Yes, a woman named Rufina wrote to your guild saying that this strange disease, there's been disease as well as some strange fiendish sightings in the area have caused many of the citizens to become sick and ill. They've come down with what seems to be chills, fevers, talking about seeing things or feeling things that aren't around them. And so ultimately, your guild has been sent in here to figure out what's going on with Milpasul. Now, in your research for this adventure, this mission, you've researched the city and the region. The city of San Sitlan is actually undergoing a festival in a few days. It's we were just talking about St. Patrick's Day in Boston, right there, Christian. We were talking before the stream started. Very similar in a way. It's like a week-long celebration of remembrance. It's called the Night of Remembrance. Very similar to what we would maybe think about the Day of the Dead in Mexican culture. So there'll be offerings. Each household will create an ofrenda where they put pictures of loved ones that have passed. And in this night, apparently the spirits of those loved ones should come back to revisit the living. This city is preparing for it. It takes place in about 3 days from now. So you're hoping that you can maybe perhaps solve the crisis of Milpasul and then maybe head south and check out the festivities of this great festival. Hopefully, things usually work out well like that for you all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually.
Totally.
Awesome.
So our adventure starts with clouds rushing overhead and dust swirling across the road to the village of Milpasul, which sits atop a hill overlooking the vast semi-arid valley. The road ends at a wooden archway and a low, dry stone wall that surrounds most of the settlement. As you near, you can see a man on horseback spur his mount and vanish into the village. What do you do?
Can we follow him, or?
Well, he is on horseback, but I would say that you could make chase and you could probably catch up to the center of town rather quickly.
Just him? Don't see anybody else?
No, there's nobody else around. It was just the one man at the archway.
Okay.
Did he
I
seem
guess let's head into the city.
did he seem suspicious or anything? Or is he just a random guy?
You want to give me an insight check?
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did he start running when he saw us, or did he just start riding off, randomly?
I got a 9.
He did run off when he saw you. However, his intentions might be too hard to tell at the distance.
I mean, could we see, was he wearing armor or any type of livery?
No, he was a human dressed in what looked like probably a poncho, a wide-brimmed hat, and he ran off on his horse just as he caught a glimpse of you down the road.
I mean, I'm pretty used to that
True.
welcome, so that doesn't faze me.
That's true. That's true.
That seems a little suspicious to me, I guess.
Yeah.
As soon as he saw us, he trotted away.
Yeah, so you walk into the town and you can see in the center area of the town there's like a little well, and it's like one of those classic Western style roads with like buildings lining either side, a saloon you can see clearly in the distance. Although this saloon does not say saloon, it's called a pulqueria. A pulqueria, which is basically a tavern specializing in a local beverage called a pulque. You can see that there's the horse at least, outside of this pulqueria, tied up.
So he's not trying to hide or anything.
The horse is not, at least. He is not in sight.
Is
not.
anybody milling about, or?
No. As you walk through the village, you notice that there are really few. There are few actual citizens. There are a couple of areas as you're walking through where you can see some people. You can see some locals huddled in corners, like outside of buildings even, where they're covered with blankets and they're kind of huddled together for warmth. It is rather hot on this day, but you can see a few, maybe you'll see 3 instances of this where there are people huddled for warmth outside of shelters.
So the horse is tied up outside the pulqueria.
Yep.
I think that's what it was called.
The pulqueria, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he wasn't in there?
He's not on the horse.
Oh.
You're outside still.
Why don't we do a classic Western entrance into the area?
I'm down.
Yeah, I want to try some.
Sure, we can do the classic.
Who's going first? Not me.
I'll go first. I know how to look like the sheriff around here. I
Yeah.
got this.
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
like
you
a
got this.
see like a what do they call those? The dust bowl,
The tumbleweed.
yeah.
tumbleweed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tumbleweed.
Yeah,
Tumbleweed
that-
going to pass. I take my hat. I'm not usually wearing a hat, so I'm gonna
You have a
make a
piece
hat
of
and I
straw in your
round
mouth,
up my
yeah.
edges here.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You got a hat for sure. It's desert like, so yeah, you'd have a hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have
And
to
then I push
chew on
through.
some straw.
Oh yeah. I grab that tumbleweed, knock off a piece, put it in my mouth, ready
There
to
you
go.
There you go.
Let's all do that.
And then I
Yeah.
push through the saloon doors.
I'll walk behind you. I'll take my hood off, revealing all the demonic features and whatnot. And
Yeah, this ragtag group heads into the pulqueria. You pass a few of those citizens who just give you a passing glance, and then go back to trying to fall asleep. It seems. You head into the pulqueria, and you notice a few things about this place. The walls are painted with murals that depict the series of armed conflicts with locals celebrating victory at the end. You can see a candlelit altar behind a bar. It includes a painted portrait of an elderly woman, which is surrounded by yellow marigolds and offerings and drinks and cactus fruits. There are two dwarves seated at one of the three tables in the pulqueria, and they glance at you cautiously as you come in. And then you're shocked as you can see a slender figure enter in from the back room. You realize as the individual approaches that they're more than simply thin. The figure is a skeleton, clothed in yellow and magenta dress with many colorful beads hanging from her necklace of her exposed vertebrae around their neck. You must be parched after this long walk, she says. How about some drinks, friends? On the house. That's right, a skeleton approached you and offered you a cactus drink.
Trying to figure out how not to be rude here, lady. I'm gonna be. Are we
you
going
know
full
what? We should
Western?
probably just go with it.
Yeah, I was gonna go take some.
Say, well, thank you very much, ma'am.
I will politely decline and be like, "Excuse me, there, little lady. I'm going to say no because I fought off a whole bunch of you just a little while ago. I'm still not over it. But thank
Let's
you."
I know that Brock or Bork didn't do any of the readings, the required readings for this mission. I know that.
Absolutely not.
But what about the rest of you? Would you have done the research, or would it just have been Dobby?
I probably would have done some.
All right, then anyone that would have
spiritual point
done
of view.
anyone who had done their homework can give me a history check or religion.
I wouldn't have done
I'll let
that.
you choose history or religion. I'll let you choose.
22.
I'll do religion.
Okay, call it out.
Azula would take it.
Oh, take a drink. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Call your numbers out. So 22 for Dobby. What we got for Christian?
I don't think I would have actually done
Oh,
anything.
okay, gotcha. And Steve, what'd you get for religion?
I can't see my dice roll.
It should be in the chat. Let's see here. I see
You
a
got a
15 on the die. So that's pretty good. That's good enough to get you the information. So both you and Dobby would know this, that this creature before you is actually not a typical undead that you've encountered in the past. In fact, this region, San Sidlan, has a strange magical connection with the dead. And this person is clearly one of the undead that came back on one of the Nights of the Remembered and then never left. This happens occasionally. It's rare, but it's not undocumented.
I'll ask her name.
She's getting your drinks. You both want pulque, the cactus agave drink?
Sure.
Okay. She's fixing the drinks, and she'll bring him over to you, and she'll say, "My name is Rufina. What is yours?"
I'll introduce myself. I am Yagnir, and I'll introduce all my friends.
Oh.
And I'll say we were sent here to look into a possible. There's a sickness going around.
Yes, the Sereno. She
Can
says,
you tell us about that?
she refers to it, and she says, "You must be those from the guild.
Yes,
I wrote to.
that was you. Okay.
It was I.
Yes, well, that's what we're here for. We're from the guild.
Ah." She looks around. She'll like kind of nod to one of the dwarves sitting at the tables, and the dwarves will like look at her with a bit of confusion. They'll look, and one of the dwarves will call out and be like, "Are you sure?" And she says, "Yes, these are the adventurers. Please, bring her out." And the dwarf will look at the other one at the table, put down his drink. Actually, he's got some cactus and beans and tortillas that he's been eating. So he's going to put those down. He's going to step up and walk to the back room. What looks to be like maybe either a back room or a stairwell or something like that. He'll open the door and disappear for just a few moments before returning with about a dozen other dwarves covered in blankets. And then a woman. I'm going to show you a picture. I have some artwork for us here. And I can't find. Why is it always so hard to find pictures? Here it is. Here we go. Let me see. Here you go. There you go. Look at that. Paloma. You see this woman come out. Paloma. She is I believe she's actually she's either a dwarf or a gnome. I cannot remember at the top of my head here, but she comes out, and I know Dobby has an affinity for gnomes. But yes, she's a gnome. Yeah, so this gnome, led out by some dwarves, comes out. She's wearing the clothes you see here. She's got this sort of like a shawl or what's the word for that? Poncho. And she's got this wide-brimmed hat, and she's got a machete on her side, and she'll come out, but she's also kind of shivering. She looks very cold, and people start wrapping blankets around her, but she comes out and sits down at one of the tables close to you. And Rufina says, "This is the legendary outlaw, Paloma." She says, "I had to be sure that you were friends before revealing her identity." Paloma will
go sit down at the table. I'll greet her, and I'll say, "What happened to you, Paloma?"
She sits down and she says, "These are the ones that you sent for?" And Rufina nods. And she says, "Good, good." She says, "I've lived quite a life, but none more stressed than now. The Sereno has fallen over this region. It's spreading daily." She says, "The Sereno is rather dangerous. It's taken out a few so far here in Milpasul. I fear it will spread outside the region." What do you say?
Now, what is Sereno, and I guess where does that term come from? Why do you call it that?
The Sereno means the winds, and this outbreak is, as I mentioned, had some strange side effects. People are hearing, and I've heard it too, the howling of winds at night, winds rustling, those that other people do not. Break out in chills until we wither away and die. She says, "I was riding with my crew." She motions to all the dwarves that now filled into the tavern. And she says, Bring in Lope. Where's Lope? And then one of the dwarves comes up and says, Paloma, Lope died. Don't you remember? And she looks overcome with sadness again. She's like, oh, yes, now I remember. Yes, Lope. He was such a good one. And she looks over to the rest of the dwarves, and she says, one of you, I don't have the strength to tell the story again. And a dwarf will kind of step up. He's a older dwarf, but not nearly as old looking as Paloma. He's still got a lot of strength and vigor, and doesn't seem to be affected by the Sereno. And he says, a few months ago, people started seeing things. An owl. Winds, hearing the winds that did not exist. Those who encountered this owl creature were wounded and escaped. I remember exactly what happened that day. He says, I was riding by the hollow after dark. When he refers to the hollow, you'll probably remember from your research and the map that you've seen that there's a town on the map of this region called Hollow. And he says, I was riding by Hollow after dark, trying to get home, when I saw movement up by the old mine entrance. Two gaunt figures were dragging some poor old soul into the mine. They had it wrapped up tight. It looked like twin death they did. I'll never forget their hissing, their slithering, horrid tongues. I rode on, I tell you, and I did not look back. And as I drove rode back toward Milpasul that night, I saw it. An owl-like creature flew over me. Some of the people I was with were attacked, 3 of my allies, Lope included. They died, and I escaped.
So it sounds like everything is happening over by that cave.
Yeah,
At least
I guess
that's
it's a good
where I
place
saw
to
it.
start.
It's a mine, and what they'll tell you is there's a town there that used to be there called Hollow, and the town of Hollow has been long since deserted. It used to be like a mining town, but over the last 10, 15 years or so, that just hasn't seen as much. The mine kind of dried up, and nobody really pursued it much more.
So how did this sickness spread throughout the town?
The first sightings of that creature, that owl creature, is what started it. Some people started to get sick. We don't know if there's any sort of relationship between the two. But it all started about 3 months ago when the first sighting. And I can't help but think about that night.
Do you have a priest in town? A healer?
No. In fact, we weren't even really looking for outside help, Paloma says, but Rufina refused. She persisted, and she wrote the letter to you. I'm an outlaw. If anyone were to find me, then I would probably be arrested on sight. We could not go to Saint Citlan because they would do just that.
Understood.
So her request is that perhaps you see if there is any connection between this sighting of this owl creature near the hollow and the Sereno, which started coincidentally at the same time.
Can I cast Detect Magic on the group of dwarfs?
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Let's see. Detect Magic. I do not believe it's going to pick up anything, but I just want to read the description of it before I say yes or no. Different area, visible creature-based magic item. Aura? No. Nope. No auras, no magical items. No spells being cast. No. You can give me an Arcana check if you'd like, though, to see if you can determine anything about this disease, the Sereno. Anyone who would like, Ken?
Yeah, I'll try that.
Let me see.
Arcana would be the check here.
I
Or
got no
medicine.
magic, guys.
I would also say medicine could be give you different information.
Try medicine.
I know, I'll do a medicine check. How's that?
I'll do the Arcana one.
Sure.
I got 20 for medicine. If that helps.
21 for Arcana.
Okay, so then with the Arcana check, with the medicine check, you would have 100% determined that a lot of these side effects, actually looked at here. I don't have Andrew on the screen. Whoops. Sorry, Andrew. Apologies.
You blotched me out.
I blocked you out. Let me fade back here and cut you back in. You're here. You're just not everywhere.
That will change soon.
Here you go. I got you now. Okay, so with the medicine check, you can tell that a lot of these side effects are actually there's no way that these are like actual medical side effects. They are they're supernatural in some case. The hallucinations, perhaps, the howling of the wind, maybe even seeing this owl creature. That could be hallucination, if anything. Maybe there's some other effect, but exactly as they're describing it, there's no way. No way this is a typical disease. And with an Arcana check of 21, you can determine that this is probably more of a curse than an actual disease. The effects may seem like a disease because of the shivering, the cold, the fevers, the dying, but you don't think that it's actually a medical disease. Probably a curse, and there's got to be some way to break it.
Let me cast Detect Evil on the group. See if they're under any influence.
I don't know. Let's see. Just want to make sure I read the text of that as well before I give you a definitive answer. Okay, no, you do not detect any Fey, Fiend, Elemental, Celestial aberration within 30 feet of you, no. Mm-mm.
Okay. What time? So it's is it morning or afternoon or?
Yeah, I would say it's afternoon. It's you were on the road for a couple of days to get here. Actually, maybe even longer, maybe like a week to get here. But once you got here, the probably midday is when you arrived in Milpasul.
What happened to the rider that we followed in?
Yes, yeah. He's one of the people in the establishment. Yep, he's part of the gang.
One of the dwarves.
Yeah, he's one of the. I guess he could be a dwarf. He could be human. She has a mixed bag of her gang here. So her crew. He's one of the crew, and you'll probably recognize him then. We'll say he's a human, and he is sitting at one of the tables with all the dwarves now. He was a lookout because, like I said, she's wanted. So he's got to be careful and alert people when someone's coming in.
Has anybody ever gone to check out what's going on over in Hollow? Or
she has sent some people who are still healthy to go, and they haven't seen anything, although they heard the similar howling sounds coming from the mine, and so they didn't stick around. They didn't have the nerve to stick around for much longer.
Since the disease started, how many people have died from it?
There have been half a dozen people in Milpasul already that have died from the disease. They basically burn up with a fever, but they're cold and have chills, and it's like 90 degrees all the time here. So
and they're huddled outside under blankets in the sunlight.
Yeah, so as much as can. It's overcast right now, but yes, they huddle for the sunlight.
Okay, I think we should go check it out.
She'll give you some, if you want, like horses or something to carry things, a cart. She'll give you whatever provisions you need, and then you can head on your way.
Do we need a guide, or we can find that on our own?
You're familiar with the map because you prepared for this mission, but if you want a guide, perhaps she could send one of the dwarves with you. You want one of the dwarves?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, if we can have a cart too, just in case. I mean, it's a mine. You never know what you're gonna find down there.
Sure. Yeah. So they'll give you a mine and like a mule and give you some horses to ride, so it's a bit easier on you. And one of the dwarves, here we go, Eladio the dwarf. He is the one that told you the story about um, the night where he encountered the owl creature, just about maybe half a mile away from the mine. So
Thank you, Eladio, for coming with us.
Yes.
We should head out soon, though, because I was told there's a festival happening in 3 days, so who knows how long this will take.
He understands. He'll gather his things and prepare the cart. All right, so at this point, we'll move us to travel here. While you're traveling, Eladio will give you a couple of pieces of information about Paloma, because she's not going to talk about herself, but he'll explain to you a few things. He's going to tell you that Paloma is basically a hero to the poor people of San Citlan, the region as a whole. Her band raids estates and caravans of corrupt landowners and shares the captured wealth with the simple folk who need it. Robin Hood-esque, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She initially ran afoul with the law years ago when she was falsely accused of a crime, and has been on the run pretty much ever since. Paloma and her band were recently attacked by someone. No, it's not someone. Excuse me. The owl creature. Excuse me. Were recently attacked by the owl creature, and that's when they were basically everybody was started getting the Sereno. So they feel like there's got to be some sort of relationship to the creature sighting and the start of the disease. Okay, so I'm going to move you to a map so you can see a bit more of the region here. Okay, does the map come up for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so here's Milpasul. It's the northeastern side of the map. You're going to go through this valley here and head towards Hollow, which is much closer to the actual major city, San Citlan. So you'll head there, and I'd say that you approach the town as night is falling. Remember, this is a decrepit old town. It's abandoned. The town spreads out along the road ahead. You can see as you approach it now, there are weathered shacks creaking in the wind. A dozen or so figures move out and about in between the structures, which appear to have been long abandoned. You can see an opulent coach, looking distinctly out of place, parked amid the buildings with its curtains drawn. So as you approach again, it's getting dark out now, and you can see these figures moving in and out about the structures here. Let's move us to the map. Do you see your characters there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the road you're on.
Yep.
Up ahead are the two structures. You can see structures of two buildings, these ramshackle buildings here. It's dark out. It's like I said, it's getting dark, so it's hard to see exactly, but you get the sense that just beyond the bend, the mine is probably here up against one of the bigger mountain structures.
Is it getting cold out? I know it gets cold in the desert at night.
Yeah, I would say it's getting chillier, yeah, but you're fine. You've been traveling a lot, so you're probably feeling the breeze as a welcome sight.
I know. I meant to ask when we were back at the tavern. You said there's a picture of a woman on the wall surrounded by candles. Was that the outlaw?
No. Let me see. I actually remember.
I forgot her name already. That wasn't her.
Paloma is the outlaw. Rufina was the
Yeah.
skeleton creature who wrote to you.
Yeah, the woman. Yeah, there's like a mural of a woman on the wall with two candles, almost like an altar or something.
Yep. Yeah, there was. Yep. I
Totally forgot
remember
to
it
ask about the image.
Yeah, behind the bar there was a candlelit altar that included a painted portrait of an elderly woman. Let's see here. Ah, okay, gotcha. So the ofrenda behind the counter is one of those things that people would put up to remember their lost, their loved ones who passed. And this is actually Rufina's late daughter, Carmen.
Hmm.
Rufina's been around for quite some time now, so she'll remember her daughter who has passed on.
Doke.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, so it wasn't anything like you now you know, and now you can continue. It just was more about Rufina, but yeah. So you can see the two buildings here, and again, there's an opulent coach parked between the two, right about here. What do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself before we go further.
Good idea. Good idea. What do you do, Christian? We'll come around. We'll go around the whole horn.
No
Here.
worries.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I don't think I have Mage Armor. I think I'm just gonna. Maybe I'll ready like a dodge action or something, just in case something were to pop out.
You don't need to actually do that because it would be initiative if anything. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then I'll follow Dobby's lead and also cast Mage Armor. That's
Gotcha.
what I'll do.
Okay. Gotcha. Then we go to Steve.
I just want to check out that coach. Does it look like there's somebody in it, or?
Yeah, the curtains on the windows are drawn, so you can't see into it. But it does look like there's probably somebody in there. Why would it be parked here and closed up?
These buildings, they look like taverns, or what do they appear to be?
They're like ramshackle huts. They look like maybe like maybe housing of sorts. You'll
Does the carriage appear to be damaged?
No, not at all. In fact, like I said, it's almost too pretty to be here. Yeah, Steph, what do you do?
Junkyard.
Do I recognize any symbols on the carriage? Is there like an emblem or?
There aren't, but I would say maybe just in terms of design, there might be some sort of like, some sort of like built into the structure itself, some sort of like design, a pattern, something like maybe floral, something like that, to give off more of its opulence.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's like a rich person in there.
That's what you would assume. Yeah.
We all know rich people are squishy, so I'm gonna go ahead and like knock on the door.
Yeah.
And be like, "Hello."
Sure.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, so move yourselves in between the two buildings. When you get closer to the cart, you can actually notice what the people that are moving in and about the buildings are doing. It looks like they are splashing oil onto the buildings.
Oh.
Yeah, there are humans. There are maybe 6 humans in total. There's this carriage here, which right now is driverless, but the horses are still attached. And you approach. You knock on the carriage door.
Well, are the people outside the carriage?
There are, like I said, half a dozen humans moving about the buildings, splashing oil.
I'm gonna go straight to the manager. I'm gonna go full Karen and just knock on the door, see what's going on.
Sure. You knock on the carriage door, and after a few moments, it opens, and you can see a tiefling standing before you. Let me describe this person to you. So you can see this is a man of his late 40s, a tiefling. He looks as though he is well groomed. He's got, I'd say his horns, like, Steve, your horns, what do they look like?
They're just like little ones, basically, like little nuggins on top of the head.
Little nub horns. You got little nub horns.
Nubbies.
Well, his are full bloom, and they kind of almost like a ram or something go backwards. So it's kind of the opposite of you. And he opens the door and he looks a little surprised to see you there. But he looks and he kind of composes himself and he says, "Good evening, travelers. What can I help you with?"
I'll say, "Good evening, brother. We're just wondering, we're traveling to Hollow, and we saw your carriage here, and we thought we'd see if you were okay."
"Ah, I see. You are adventurers, then, looking for fame, glory. Well, I can assure you that the mine is not the place for that."
"Well, what is your name?"
"Oh, excuse me, I'm used to so many people recognizing me on sight. My name is Itzmin. Itzmin, if you'd like to know the spelling. Itzmin. Itzmin del Prado."
Do we have any idea who? Have we heard that name?
You can give me a history check if you
in our research, or
if you did research, give me a history check.
Nope, not good.
23.
23. Now, Steve, you don't remember. Yagnir doesn't remember. But Dobby, you remember. Oh, this guy. He's a politician. He's
Hmm.
part of the council in San Sidlan.
I hate politicians.
Let's ask.
the worst.
I'll ask him why your men? Are these your men? What's going on? Why are they pouring oil on these buildings?
Yeah, he'll explain that. I have a couple other things for Dobby, piece of information, because you rolled pretty high, right? 23?
Yeah.
He is a celebrated military general. You also know that he has amassed a great fortune from his family, but then through bad deals and in trade, he lost quite a bit of it. But still, he's not poor, and he's still on the ruling council, so he's probably got some power. Yeah, you ask about the oil, and he looks to all of you and goes, oh, this is, well, we've had squatters here. The mine actually belongs to me. I received it many years ago and haven't done anything with it in, a decade or so. Figured it's time to get rid of these people. The mines are too dangerous to be around. They've been out of use for quite some time.
If you don't mind me asking, why are you burning it up instead of just reusing the materials? That seems
Oh.
like a waste, especially for a politician. I would think that you'd want to be eco-friendly around here.
He looks over and kicks one of the the sides of the wall, and his foot goes right through it, and he's like, this is not salvageable. It's going to be better to just raise the entire thing and start from scratch. Eventually. I don't have any plans right now, but I'm just fearful that someone could get hurt out here. I see squatters living here in these homes in the mines. It's a dangerous place. It's, as I said, hasn't been in service for quite some time. Last thing I want is blood on my hands.
What know you about this? What know ye about this disease that's taking over this region, that's spreading up to the northeast?
Oh, yes, I've heard of this Sereno, as you speak, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing, but it seems to be isolated to the northern boundaries. Not one person in the city has caught this disease. You haven't been to any of the northern cities, have you? Northern towns?
Oh, no, we just heard about it from a traveler on the road.
It's a deception check?
Sure. Let's see here.
You see now the two buildings, torches are brought to the oil and they start to light, and you can see both of those structures starting to be engulfed in flame. And he says,
Not very deceptive, Bobby. I rolled a 4.
that's okay. He doesn't seem to mind. He moves on with the conversation pretty quickly. And he says, well, it's been good to meet some people headed towards the city, I presume, for the festivities?
That's why we're here.
Wonderful, wonderful. If you see me in town, please do remember to stop by and say hello. I will be front and center at the opening ceremony in 2 nights from now.
We'll be there.
He's looking at his crew, gathers back into the cart, and they drive off.
I'm gonna do an investigation check to see. Well, let's see if I do. I'm looking for any telltale signs that there have been squatters. Usually you'd find trash or something to see. I could see if he's lying or not about that.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 16.
So, you don't see any I don't know, garbage or things like that, on the streets. The buildings are now engulfed in flames, so it's hard to, you can't really go into them. But you do notice that it does look like there's a lot of foot traffic going into the mine itself.
Okay.
And now, of course, there were people just here, half a dozen people. Who knows if they were the ones walking in and out of there? I mean, any sort of footprint you see is booted, so it could have been them. But you can move yourselves a little bit further to the east, to the west, and you can see the mine entrance right here.
And he just straight up left. All these guys just left.
Yep, they got in the cart. A couple of them got up in the driver's seat and started to head off south.
Okay.
I'm
Guys?
sorry. What was the dwarf's name that's with us?
Eladio.
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 The illustrious Eladio.
He didn't say a thing. As
what do you know about this? I'll ask him. What do you know about this guy that we just talked to?
I don't know very much about him. He's a politician from the south, but
Does he have a reputation for?
I try to stay out of
dishonesty?
I try to stay out of the politics, but most of the politicians are corrupt.
Okay.
So he says, this is where I was when I heard the howls that night, and I saw those two creatures bringing that wrapped up body into the mine.
Can you describe the creatures a little bit more detailed?
Yeah, I think he said, yes, I'll never forget their hissing and their slithering, horrid tongues. He said they were human. They looked like humanoid, but like the size of a human, but they were not human. The way that they moved, the way that they sauntered over to the opening.
Was there a smell about them?
Not that I could tell. Again, he points over like yonder. He's like, I was over there when it happened.
Is there any signs of like dragging in the dirt around us?
No, just footprints. I mean, it's pretty windy right now.
So I think from his description, what I just from experience, I mean, if I want, what check would I do if I want to think that these might be ghouls that he's describing?
If you've seen ghouls already, you could just guess. I don't think there's a roll for it.
Okay, I mean, is that what he's describing to me from my experience, or?
That's a good question. I don't know.
So I'll just ask. So they dragged this person into the mine.
Yes, they were dragging a body.
Yeah. A dead body.
Yes,
you think?
I believe so.
Can you describe this creature that attacked you? It was an owl, you said, but.
Yes, it was an owl-like creature, just much larger than any owl I've ever seen.
I mean, how big was it?
The size of a bear, practically. We ran for our
maybe
lives.
It could have been an owl bear, guys. I mean, that's a possibility, right? Like an owl bear.
It
Do
did
they
not
fly?
look like an owl bear to me, and yes, it flew.
Huh. Maybe it's an owl bear. Like maybe its mother was an owl and its dad was an owl bear. I don't know, man. I'm just throwing things out there. That doesn't seem to work. Like the other way around. Like maybe the dad was an owl and the mom was. Maybe we should just go in the mine.
In the middle of your explanation, he'll just start to walk away. Yeah. And he'll go to the entrance of the mine, and he sees the entrance is actually closed up. He'll go to the entrance, and you can see that it looks like there are wooden beams kind of covering the opening. I mean, it's not impossible to get through, and you could easily take them off, but these were not here the night that he came by 3 months ago.
Well,
Can we look in between, the openings of the beams, just to peer into it, see? But he's seen.
You can see in it. They're loose planks, and you also see some text by it. Looks like it was a sign that says, "Danger, cave in."
Okay.
Well, after meeting the owner of this mine, quote unquote, I have no problem going in here.
So
ready to go in?
I'll say, Bork, why don't we get rid of these wooden beams here?
No problem, man. I'm going to do. I need a strength check, or I mean, we have time, so can I just move them
no
off to the
check
side?
necessary. No, even Dobby could probably remove a board or two.
Not bad.
Yeah, so you'll rip off the planks, and you can head on in. I'll move the doors open for you.
Why don't you send Hawkeye in first to see what he sees?
Yeah, let him
His
die
scout.
first.
What?
Yeah, let Hawkeye die first. You can move your tokens to the entrance.
He can scout it out for us.
So the mine's entrance leads into a large cavern supported by wooden beams. At the chamber center, you can see a derelict wooden elevator rattling in the wind that rushes in from the depths of the crumbling mine shaft.
No, thank you. Nope. I'm going to take a pebble or stone that's on the ground and like toss it out there. I don't trust this thing.
You toss it
What
into
is-
the elevator?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you'll throw a rock in. How big?
It's big.
Hold on, I'm not looking at the Zoom. Hold on.
I'm sorry. Like about 10 pounds, like 3 kilograms.
Sure, like a 10-pound rock, like maybe something the size of like a softball or something.
Yeah, smaller than a loaf of bread.
Gotcha. Gotcha. A baguette-sized rock, and you throw it in, and it rattles along on the floor of this metal cage. It doesn't collapse or anything like that, but it does make a lot of dust. Kind of poofs.
I'm just checking it out. Is there a mechanism to work this thing?
Yeah, from inside there's looks like a crank.
Inside.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Does it look steady, stable? And
No, not one bit. Nope,
Nice.
not one bit.
And that's the only that's the only entrance that we can see.
That's the only entrance you can see.
All right.
Alright, so I guess, Ilato, the mechanism's inside the thing, so it's
Yeah.
not something that he has to stay up here? Okay.
So you said there was a poof of dust that came up, like it hasn't been used?
Correct.
Can I look around the room? Maybe there's like another secret entrance that these snake people used?
Sure. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
An 18.
Yeah, you can walk around the elevator shaft, and behind it, now that you can really see, move your token to about the north side of the elevator.
Like there?
Yep. You can see a secret door
Aha.
right here, where the S is. So
Ooh.
you can see that there's a tunnel that leads out through the northwest wall. It looks as though it was covered. There was like some sort of like a backdrop that's very similar to the stone color here. And only upon like inspecting the area, maybe feeling the wall, you feel the difference in the material.
Hey guys, I found the secret way. We don't have to use this raggedy old death trap.
Good.
Tabby, have I told you that you're my favorite today?
Well, I know. No, you haven't.
I know Bear's not here, so I can say that without getting hit.
You seen the footprints going towards the secret entrance?
Give me a survival check to see if you could track something, because it's in here. It's as you get to the wall here, it's more stone floor.
Oh, my dice rolls are not good today.
3. No, that's not going to cut it.
You're just saving it until we need them.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
You don't see any tracks, but I mean, this is the only entrance, or excuse me, exit out of this room other than the entrance.
Does it look used at all?
I mean, used in what sense? Like the cloth itself?
Like, was there any tracks that were?
That's what
similar
Steve
to
just
those?
looked for, and he didn't see
Oh,
anything.
okay.
but,
Okay. Or how about like the dust was on the elevator? Was there dust on this door or anything?
there
like
was
that?
not. No. The cloth that was covering it, the kind of camouflage just opening. No.
Okay.
Do you want to head through? Send hockey?
I mean, I'm not going first.
Send Hawkey in as a scout.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll send
him in and
Hockey
then I'll
in
go.
just a little bit. I don't want him to get too ahead of himself here.
Yeah, just like 30 feet.
All right. That seems to be the immediate coast seems to be a little clear.
Yeah, the immediate coast is clear. You'll head through this tunnel that opens up, and it goes down. It starts to spiral left and head down deeper into the earth. You want to continue with hockey?
Why don't we
We can
catch up?
I think we should follow close, like a little bit closely behind, but not too close where we can't react if something happens.
Okay. Let me. I'll move your tokens actually, because we're going to move to another portion of the map. So let me do that. I'll just move everybody at once. If you're staying close.
Not too close.
Okay. You could probably find your tokens to the south. So this does head down into the earth, and Hockey will be leading the way. And this tunnel continues to just again descend as it goes, and eventually straightens out. You can see it also narrows ahead to a door about 50 or 60 feet below. Now there is no light here, so I assume somebody's has a light source out for those who can't see.
I have the light cantrip if we need
Okay,
it.
so then yeah, cast that on. What are you casting? Your staff or something?
Yeah, I'll cast. Yeah, I'll cast it on my staff.
Okay.
That works.
So then you can see here that there is a door. Hockey will report back once he gets to the end that there is a door at the end of this long
Ooh.
corridor.
Hmm.
The door is also made of wood and reinforced with iron.
Is it closed?
Oh.
It is closed, yeah. And the entrance, the tunnel narrows here. I'd say it's at most it's 5 feet once it gets to this little bottleneck here, and then it's about 10 feet tall.
Hey, Bub, I just realized, does my dark vision not allow me to see that far down?
What kind of dark vision do you have?
I have 120. What do I have here?
Looks like it like curves around a little bit though, so you may have to move your token to get farther.
You have special dark vision?
Yeah, it
or
just
something?
says I have eyes of the dark. It just says you have dark vision out to 120 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I have dark vision too.
Gotcha. Do all of you have dark vision?
I do.
I do.
Oh, then you do. You all have dark vision, I guess. Hockey doesn't have it, does he? No, he does.
Oh, no.
He does, I think. I think Hawks might.
They do have good eyes.
He's got advantage on wisdom perception checks that have rely on sight, but he does not have dark vision. So you need the light for Hockey.
All right, sounds good.
I guess, could you cast it on...
I could cast it on Hockey.
I guess, yeah.
He's
Well, I
glowing-
mean, it's totally dark in here, right? It's not dim light.
It's pitch black, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine says you can see in dim light within 60 feet of you. Under dark vision.
Yeah, I think you see it as if it were dim light, yeah.
I
So
see.
a light still does help, because when you want to perceive things down here, if you're in dim light, I think you get
Dark and dim
disadvantage.
vision, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see if there's any maybe booby traps that Hockey might have just been able to fly right over at that bottleneck.
Okay. Well, are you...
I'm gonna check
Looking-
investigation. I'm in front.
Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead. Give me a check.
There we go. Investigation. I'm checking for everything, and it's a 14, so I'm doing decent.
Yeah. Yeah, so you walk past, you get to the bottleneck, and you're carefully scanning the floor, and you don't see anything as you approach the door.
Guys, it looks fine to me.
All right, Hockey, get back here.
Okay, you said it was a stone door. Was it a wood door?
Wood door reinforced with
Yep.
iron.
Right here.
Okay. Any writings on it? Anything like that?
So, Steph, as you approach the door, unfortunately, you can see a glyph appear on the door itself.
Okay.
And as it does, you can see that the floor beneath you opens up into a pit, and the DC was 15. It was 15, and you got a 14. But it's okay. I think you'll be all right. The floor does open up, and you fall 30 feet into the bottom of this pit. You're going to
30
take
feet.
30 feet,
Like-
and you take a total of 15 bludgeoning damage from the
Ouch.
fall.
Can we throw a rope down after her? Or him?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Right there, you see the the
Looking
striped
this-
pattern I put there?
Yeah.
That opens up when you step close to the door.
I have a quick question for you. I have a weapon of warning. Warns you of dangers, advantage of
Ooh.
initiative, and I cannot be surprised. I've never used it.
No,
Does
you
that
should.
help me at all? Notice this?
So it says danger ahead and gives you advantage.
it's weapon of warning, warns you of dangers, advantage of initiative, and you cannot be surprised.
Right. So is
I don't
the
remember when I got this though.
right. So like, is the advantage of initiative and that stuff, is that the benefit, or is it like just a general all purpose? I'll say this. How about we do this? I'll give you advantage on your check to find it
Okay,
once you approach. So give me another roll, and if you get a 15, which is the target number, you
sure.
can avoid it.
Usually I'm not in front, so 15.
There it is.
Wow, look
Hey.
at that. Right on the number. So here's what happens then.
So it's just gonna fall, and I'm going to look real stupid getting out of the way.
Yeah, so I think, so because you didn't actually perceive the trap, what's going to happen is as you approach the door, the glyph goes open, and it's almost like a spider sense, Spider-Man Spidey sense tingles, and you just instinctively leap backwards, and you bump into Azula, but the floor beneath you crumbles, and you are safe from danger. The trap's still triggered because you didn't find it.
That's fair. I'm gonna say less spider sense and more like cat sense,
There
where
you go.
again I look real
There you
dumb
go.
flying backwards
Yeah,
and like shrieking.
there you go. So the
Um,
floor opens up, and the doorway there now, the glyph fades out. do
Okay,
you do?
guys. So narrowly avoided that one. So what do you do now, guys?
Can I do one more investigate check on the door to make sure there's no other magical traps on it?
Yeah. Right now, there's a big pit though over it. So
Yeah.
From a distance.
How wide is this pit?
it's 10 feet.
Yeah, it looks like 10 feet.
You don't notice anything else though, Dobby, with the roll of 1.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 1. Yikes. Well, there's got to be a way around it. These
Yeah,
creatures
10
must
feet
have
is pretty
been able
wide.
these creatures must have been able to pass it.
I can always
Is there
cast.
anything, is there anything in front of the pit, like on the walls, a lever of any type, or?
No lever. However, there is a bit of a ledge, I would say, at the other side, like where the door is, like the platform, the archway of the door. That's got to have a standing structure. So if you wanted to leap across, you probably could, one at a time, carefully stay on that ledge.
How wide is that ledge? Could it fit us?
One person at a time, yeah.
You know what would help here? An immovable rod.
I have this might take a long time, but I have web, so we could lay a web down on the floor, and then maybe we can use that to kind of crawl across.
Just
It'd be
remember, you also
difficult.
could get stuck in it.
Oh, yeah.
If we went back to the mine entrance, how big were those the plankings that were sealing up the cave entrance? Could we drag one back here or a couple back here, try and make a little bridge?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'll go back and I'll grab one or two. Well, I can't grab two, I think, not with my 6 strength or whatever I have.
Is it
So
that low?
what do I
6
need?
or an 8? Probably an 8, right?
Let me see what.
Either way, it's not. There's no time restriction here. So yeah, you could bring down a couple planks and you bring it over and make a bridge. That'll work.
I can help too.
Yeah.
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 I have mending, so as a cantrip, so maybe I can repair any broken ones.
We can mend. We can make a little tapestry bridge going off
Yeah.
the bit.
Sure.
the boards.
Yeah. So you can do that. So you'll grab the planks and you make a little bridge, and you can approach the door now.
Can we listen at the door?
Sure.
Are you listening at the door?
Yeah.
Give me a
Okay.
perception. Yep. Mhm.
Oh my god, another low roll. Ugh. 6.
You kind of hear that howling of the wind throughout this entire cavern. It makes it very hard to hear.
The door itself, is there a knob or a handle on
Yeah,
it? Or?
there's a doorknob. Yep. Mhm.
Hmm.
It doesn't appear locked. You can kind of test the handle. It'll turn.
Okay. Yeah. Is it giving way? Like it's going to open?
It could. Yeah.
All right, let's open it.
All right. You open the door, and in this place, you see some pretty horrifying sights.
Hmm.
The floor of this chamber is slick with blood. Two of the 3 tables you can see look like they have straps on them that are undone. The other one here, actually, no, I say, yeah. The other one looks like the straps have been neatly tucked away, but two of them look like they are undone. We'll say it's the one here to the north and the one to the southwest. Look like their straps have just been undone. They're just kind of flailed about. The one to the southeast, that one looks like they've been neatly tucked away.
We should
Are
move
we
our
doing
focus
this,
into the room so you can see what you're talking about.
Are we doing this quietly?
I hope so.
I don't know how quiet I was.
We
jumping
are
in,
now.
But now that we open the door, probably quiet.
Oh,
You-
what is
Yep, so you walk into the room, and as you do, from around the corner, you see a pathway north, and creatures enter the
Yes.
room. They have
Awesome.
split forked tongues, and they slither about as they come forward.
The snake-like creatures?
Yep, let's roll initiative, everybody.
Oh boy.
Fourteen.
21.
I feel like that's like your fifth one already.
I know.
15.
All right, awesome.
It says
let's
you
see
you
here.
wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Yeah, no, because I don't have the turn track. We're not all using D&D Beyond, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, don't worry
okay.
about it. Don't worry about it. All right, so I've got the rolls here. We're going to start with Dobby. As combat breaks out, these creatures, these ghouls, come and attack. I'm going to actually just do one thing as well here. I'll show you some art here, because I feel like there's no way to show this art in the actual story. So I'm going to show it to you right now, because they kind of made themselves known. But, yeah, this is what I want. Look at this art. This is one of my favorite art pieces in the entire book, and
Well, that is very cool.
it's one of the rare instances where like you wouldn't see this, because this was the description that Eladio gave you, right?
Yeah.
So this is what he saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But
That's
these are the
terrifying.
creatures. What's that?
That's terrifying.
Terrifying. These ghouls
Awesome.
carrying this poor soul into the mine. Okay, so
That's
now,
their lunch.
yeah,
Is there any way
Eladio.
I could try to turn them before Dobby attacks?
Well, we're going to do initiative. It's going to be initiative. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Dobby goes first. However, Eladio, I'm just going to say he's upstairs with the cart and the horses. He's not
Yeah.
brave enough to come down into this mine.
Okay.
So, Dobby, you're up.
All right. I think I will just cast. They're next to each other like that.
Yep, they come down. Yep.
I'm just gonna throw an acid splash on them so I can hit both of them there.
Okay.
And I'll aim it at the first guy, I suppose. So that is a dexterity saving throw of a DC 15
Yep.
for
A passed.
both of them.
Is it both, or is it? Oh, it's two
Uh,
creatures. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
is
yeah.
it-
Mhm.
Yeah, choose two creatures that are within 5 feet of each other.
So the first one, we'll say the closer one passed. The further one fails. 6 damage.
Alright. 6 damage.
Okay. All right. That's the end of your turn.
And then I'll have Hawkeye come on over and help out on that first guy.
Aid. Gotcha. Okay, good.
Aid. Yes.
They're gonna go next. So this one's gonna also creep into the room, and we're gonna go with some attacks on you all here. Let's see, Steve. What's your armor class? And
Oh, no, you guys
Christian,
in the
you as
front.
well.
What was that?
Your armor class.
16, because I have mage armor, so my AC was 13 and my dexterity is +3.
Gotcha.
That's how it works, right?
Yep. Yep. 13
Yep.
plus your dex. Yep.
Yep.
I have 15.
15, and Christian, you said 16, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the rolls. So Christian, you're gonna get a one bite attack is gonna hit you for 11 piercing damage.
All right.
I guess the claw would have gone first. It should have been claw first, but the claw missed. And then for Steve, the same attacks, a claw and a bite on you. The claw is going to get a... Ooh, let's see. Not going to hit, a 7. And the bite, not going to connect either with a 4. Not good. It's rolling with advantage. I'm taking the first roll, obviously, everybody at home if you're watching. Okay, so we go to, let's see, after the creatures go, they move in, and they start to, like, bite at you, and Christian, you got hit once. We're going to go to Bork.
Okay. I am going to move into the fray here. Hockey's here, but I can kind of move into Hockey's spot.
Yes.
And I'm going to try to hit him. I'm going to try to hit this one right here. And with my long sword. What'd I do? 13. Does a 13 hit? I think.
13, let's see. It does.
Oh, great. Okay. And so sorry, it's been a minute. Let me...
What weapon are you using?
What?
Oh, it's a longsword. Gotcha.
Longsword. And
Ooh.
I got 13 slashing.
Oof. Very
and then
nice.
I'm going to go a second time.
Yep.
Because I am awesome. We're just going to keep that up. 7. That did not hit.
No. Nat 1 is not going to cut it.
Okay. I think that's it for this time.
Okay, great. So then we go to Yagnir.
I'll try to turn them.
Okay. I'll roll my saving throws. What's your save DC?
Get my character back up. Save DC is wisdom plus...
Plus proficiency, so probably at 11 plus your wisdom.
So my wisdom's 14.
So plus 2, so 13. Gotcha. I just got to double check their stat here. Okay, so I think they're both going to fail with a 10 and 11. Yep, 10
It
and
also
11.
says, so I'm just reading if their challenge rating is at half or lower, they're automatically destroyed.
Yeah, so for your
My
channel
level,
divinity. Yeah.
So I'm 6th level, so I don't know what their challenge rating is. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. If it's a half, no, so they're bigger than that. So they aren't destroyed, but that means that they're going to have to move as far away from you as they can, and they can't willingly move to a space that is within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can use the dash only to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. Okay.
So I'll just hold up my holy symbol. I'll say, "Back, fiends, back."
Gotcha. You get the
Can you
sense
send
that...
them off the cliff?
No, they have to run farther away from him, so they have to go this way probably.
They have to go down that tunnel.
Yeah. However, they're not moving yet. It's not their turn. So we go to Azula.
Do I know these turn? Like, would that be something I could see? Or
Yeah, they should be reacting like ah.
Yeah,
like,
they're definitely reacting from his holy symbol. Yeah, they're
if
shying
he-
away
if-
from it. Yeah.
all right, so I'm gonna
If
move
you
away
attack
then.
something that's
take the
being
opportunity.
burned, does that break the
Yeah,
the
you don't.
charm?
Yeah, if you attack them, then they kind of snap out of the effect. So
Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of disengage,
Yeah.
walk away. I'm not disengage. I'm just gonna walk away
Yep.
because I don't think it
I'll
can
just
use an
say,
action.
let them lead us back to where they came from.
Okay.
My holy voice, let them lead us back.
So you step away and you're gonna hold your action.
Yeah, maybe I'll ready a dodge, just in case.
You don't have to ready the dodge. You could just dodge.
All right, I'll dodge.
Yeah, that way it happens now. Okay, so you dodge, and then we go to bottom of the order. Sorry, top of the order. Dobby. And Andrew, do you want?
Sorry.
Do you also want to wait and see what they do?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't know if I want to attack them either, since it'll snap them out of it. So maybe I'll give them a chance to see where they run back to before I
Gotcha.
do anything. So I'll just move into like a better position here. And
Okay, so on their turn, they will run backwards.
The
If you'd like
power
to,
of Paylor compels you.
there you go. If you'd like to take an attack of opportunity, you can, Steph and/or Steve. But I know that would maybe end the action. So if you don't want to, you don't have
Yeah,
to.
I don't want to screw up a good thing that we got going right now.
Okay,
Let's
so they'll,
follow and see where they go.
that's fine. Yeah, you can continue with your holy symbol out, driving them back. I'll move
Yeah.
your tokens to the next layer. Let's see here. Let's move you to here, you to here, Hockey to here, and the ghouls. All right, so there you are. You can see them heading further down. Again, this spiraling tunnel going further into the earth. You come to an intersection where you can see the tunnel splits to the left and to the right. And
Wait,
they'll head to the right here.
Yeah, just keep on following them, I guess.
Okay, move your tokens. We don't have to go in an order here. Just move them all together. Okay.
Back, fiends, back, I say.
Yeah, you can see them retreating away from you, and they'll continue on into this sort of like very big refuse pile.
Yeah.
There's the stench here is horrendous. There are hundreds of humanoid and animal bones filling the chamber.
That's a ghoul for you. Okay.
Gross.
How long does a turn last? I mean,
1 minute. 1 minute. So
Okay.
it's been a few rounds. They'll continue to the back corner. What do you do?
Do they seem to be going down towards the north towns, towards the southeast here, where there's like a little tunnel?
Yep.
Or...
That's where they're headed. Yep.
Yeah, let's keep following them.
Okay. They continue to move further down into the tunnel.
how long does the
1 minute.
ability last?
1 minute.
Okay.
These guys are moving pretty fast. Gotta keep up.
They actually have to, I think it said dash if possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
okay.
yeah, they have to just do their best to get away from him. So you're just following. But before you get to this point, right about here, when you're in the middle, all the
I don't want to be in the middle.
I was going to say, I was going to try to skirt the edges here, not walk right through it.
if you want to skirt the edges, you can. I think you just moved as fast as you can to keep up with them. No.
No, I don't want to walk through this ghoul pile.
Move your token where you'd like. Pick your poison here.
I mean, eventually they're going to snap out of it, so I want to be like right in front of them when they do. I mean, I just want to see like generally where they're. Maybe
Well,
we
that-
should stop here for a minute.
Well, so that's what I mean. So, like, for example, if you're following them the most direct route, the way they did, you would take you through the middle.
No,
That's probably-
yeah, but I'm
that's
saying
probably what I would've done.
Let's not walk through the ghoul pile, but let's not.
Move
be
your
right
token where
behind
you'd
them.
like. Place your token wherever you'd like. Place it where you
I'm probably going
feel
straight
good about.
through because
Yeah, you
I'm not.
probably
Yeah.
would actually.
So,
I probably
Steve,
would have
keep
gone
up.
straight through as
pla-
well.
place your token somewhere in the middle of this room. But you could be to this edge, to the,
Right.
you could be
I'll be
there.
right
Yeah.
there.
Mhm. And the ghouls will be right here. Will be say they just made
Yeah.
their last move to go into the tunnel. Okay. Now, when you come through in this pile here, you can see that the pile of bones begin to wiggle and move, and emerging up through the bones are oozes.
Oh, come on.
Are you guys all in the middle?
I mean, Azul and I are in the middle because
You guys
we
are
were
nuts.
trying to. Well, we're chasing after some ghouls, guys.
I walk in the middle of
Yeah.
that thing.
Dobby, you have to
guys are
move
looking
back
around?
one. Move back one. You're being pushed away as the pile of bones that you stepped on comes to life.
Couldn't
Alright.
we just keep running? Like, was this like slower?
You very much could, but I'm going to insert these into the initiative order,
Yeah.
and then you can go from here. So we're going to go with Dobby, you're first.
Oh, jeez. So I'm engaged with this thing, I guess.
Yep, it just came to life. You didn't see it. They actually have really high stealth.
So in that case, I'm gonna do a shocking grasp on the guy next to me, so I can try and disengage.
On the ooze itself?
on the ooze that's on the ooze that's next to me.
Gotcha.
All right, a 27 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. Yeah.
All right, and then a 12 damage, and it cannot make a reaction.
What type of damage is it?
Lightning.
Gotcha. You get the sense that this has no effect on the creature.
Do I still get to disengage, or does it just do no damage?
That's a good question. What does it say? Does it say if it takes the damage?
No,
No, it does not.
On
It
a
does not.
hit, it takes damage, and it can't take reactions.
Gotcha. So no, you get the sense that it might be not hurt by the thing, but it maybe causes it to like, be distracted or something like that.
Okay. So then I'll take my move to back up a bit.
Gotcha. Okay, that's
maybe
fine.
to here. And
Let's
then
see.
Hockey will aid for that one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything here that would prevent the reaction part of it. So yeah, go ahead.
All right, that'll be
Oh.
it for me.
It was lightning damage though, right?
Yeah, that's what it says on the ability description.
Okay, so then it's going to. Oops, I don't know what I just did there.
I'm gonna look around and go like, "Yo, Dobby, did you just go the wrong way? You just
It
backing out of
splits.
here?" Like,
So Dobby, that thing splits into a new creature.
Huh?
Yep, when you hit it with the lightning, it splits into a new creature.
All right, guys, let's just run. Get out of here.
Okay.
All right. So now there's 3 of these creatures. Now this one looks like it took up some of the other's form, so I'll make it a little smaller. Okay, let's begin. Let's go with Brock.
oh boy. Okay. Guys, are we fighting or are we running? Because I just saw Dobby run.
If
I
can
think we
run,
should-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
What?
should run because I'm looking at the narrow tunnels there, and like I feel like the oozes. I mean, yeah, they're oozes, but that should slow them down at least a little bit.
Alright, I'm going to disengage and run towards where the ghouls ran
Sure.
to.
Yeah, you can get close to them. Yep.
But I'm not gonna go into the hallway. I'm just going to the edge.
Okay.
Because if one of my members gets trapped, I want to try to get to their aid.
Gotcha. Okay,
I'm
perfect.
a nice person.
You keep telling yourself that. Yagnir.
I'm gonna follow Bork.
Okay. Are you disengaging as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then we go to the creatures now. I know
No,
Christian's probably having flashbacks of.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just left you for dead.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's been fun, guys.
Oof! Look at this. Look at that.
I screwed up, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to see. I might have something up my sleeve. Let's see.
Okay, let's see what we got for you, Christian. Let's see. So the first one is going to be, it's going to reach out with its pseudopod. It's going to get a total of 6. That's not going to hit you.
Nope.
The next one's going to get a critical hit. That will hit you.
No.
That
Yeah.
might be me. That might be it.
How much HP do you have? Because it does 14 plus 5 is 19 acid. Sorry, 14 bludgeoning and 5 acid, so 19 in total.
19. Okay.
And
I have 8 left.
the third one,
Oh no.
an
I am
11.
not a nice person. I'm so sorry.
11
what?
is 11's not going to hit you.
All right.
So the oozes come out, they slam you with their pseudopod bodies, and you take a ton of damage from that critical hit. It is now your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage. 5, 10, passing Bork. I'm just gonna go
Go
and
for
make
it.
it as far as I can.
next.
Looks like the ghouls
Sure.
are
Next to the cleric.
Disengage?
yeah blocking my way.
Disengage, I assume?
Yeah.
Gotcha. The ghouls will continue moving, and I'll move them to the next one.
All right, I should be able to get 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I should be able to move a little bit further down.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's fine. And then we go to top of the order, Dobby.
All right. Now that the coast is clear,
Mhm.
I'm gonna send a a nice big old fireball into the middle.
There you go.
Oh, go for it. Fireball. Roll those d6s.
All right, so it's DC 15 deck save.
Sure.
And-
Do you want to move Hockey out of the way, or can you exclude him? No, you can't.
Yeah, he'll be moving out of the way.
Okay, yeah. Wow, look at this.
Oh, there we go.
What's your DC? 15?
Yeah.
Only one is going to pass. We'll say it's the first one, the top one. The rest are going to fail. And let's see. Are they immune to fire, too? They are not.
Okay, good.
So that kills the small one for sure, and the one that it split off from. And the bigger one is going to pass, but it's going to take its half damage, which is 14. Yes, 14. Okay. All right, Dobby. That was a pretty successful turn.
That was good.
It's all about survival.
All right, that's the end of your turn. We go to Brock.
I don't know if there's much I can do. I can. The ghouls are still running.
Yep.
I assume.
Yep.
Okay. Let me think here. And this guy took. This guy looks like he took a bunch of damage, right?
14, yeah.
Okay. I guess I can try to run up and hit it. I'm gonna run right here, and I'm gonna try and hit it while grabbing my. I think they're all slashing.
Hmm.
I don't want to do that. I'm gonna hit it with my fist.
You're punching it. Okay.
I'm gonna try and punch it because I saw that it split. So
Go for it.
I think we've seen oozes before too. So I'm not going.
Yeah, you actually had a whole adventure where you went into the house that had like every ooze possible.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if that was this
24
character. Was it this character? I don't know that it was.
That may have been season 1.
Yeah, season 1. House
But
and Haunted Hill.
we've definitely seen an ooze before.
Oh, yeah.
I would have definitely seen an ooze.
Yeah. That's a 24 for a hit? Yeah.
Yeah.
4 damage. Gotcha.
4 damage, and then I'm gonna do it again. The 19 to hit. Another 4 damage.
All successes. They all go through.
So
Okay. And no splits here.
yeah, I'm just gonna just punching it. And then
Alright.
this right here, I'm also, if Dobby wants to run behind me, I can at least protect everyone this way.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we go to the Yagnir's turn. Then the creature.
I can't use Burning Hands, right? That's a sorcerer's spell.
Some clerics have it if you're like a whatever your domain is might allow it, but you have to.
All right, I
but-
do have.
Yo,
But you had to prepare.
Cleric, heal
Yeah.
Azul. What are you doing, man?
I was going to help you with this thing here, but
No.
yeah, I'll cast
Cleric.
cure. I'll cast Cure Wounds on the ghoul.
Okay.
I'm like coughing up blood in the
Yeah.
corner.
I'm punching it, going, no, Yagnir, get Azul. I got this. I
So
got
Cure
this.
Wounds.
What level are you going to cast it at? 1 or 2?
2.
2. Okay. So roll 2d8.
Is that me roll 2d8 or? Oh.
He does.
Sweet. 7 and 8.
So it's going to be a total of plus your wisdom, so 10. 10 hit points back, Azula.
Let's go. All
All
right.
right.
18. Awesome.
The creature is going to go next. It's going to attack you, Steph.
Okay.
Going to get a total of 8. That's not going to cut it against you.
Nope. I'm too
All right.
fast with my punches. Too fast.
We go to Azula.
Okay. I'll try something. I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Chill touch on the ooze,
Okay.
the one I can see. That's in front of.
There's only one left. We're almost there.
That's a 22.
You hit.
So that's 11 necrotic.
11 necrotic.
And
Yep.
then I don't know if this will hit them, but if they're considered undead, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until my next turn.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Then we go to top of the order, Dobby.
And it can't regain hit points.
I don't think that's going to be an issue for this thing.
Yeah.
No cleric healing him.
Okay, I'm gonna get into better position here to get closer to my friends. Did I move right? I got
You got more room, I think.
30 move, 1, 5,
Probably
10,
get to, like, here.
15. Yeah, I can get there. Pocky will aid, and then I'll cast the not fireball, but fire bolt. Now that I
Gotcha.
know fire damage works.
Okay, and Hockey's advantage.
Ooh,
oh,
that's a crit. Nat
Nice.
20.
Nice. And I think you're gonna do it. 20. Oh my God.
Woohoo! Wow.
Crazy.
He rolled a 10.
What?
Yeah, you rolled a 10. 10, 5, 7, and 10. So that's 7. Yeah, that's 12, 15, 25. I don't know. There's weird. You
Yeah.
see this? It's like a weird. It's adding
I
10
think
to
the-
this. I
So
think it's supposed
the
to be.
damage. The damage is 2d10. So the
Yeah, so
first
it's-
one was a 7 and a 2, but it's a crit, so I roll it again, right?
Right, so it should be 4d10. But it rolled 3d10 plus 10, like
Oh, yeah, what
automatically.
the
But
heck?
either way, it didn't have nearly enough hit points. Even just your regular firebolt probably would have killed it. But you annihilate this ooze, and the
All
combat
right.
is over here.
So crit damage should just be 4d10,
It should be, yeah. hmm
and no pluses or anything, right?
No, not on firebolt, unless you have some special
Okay.
ability that gives you a bonus, like a warlock. But I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. All right, I'll fix that for next time.
Okay. All right, so we go to the end of combat here. The ghouls, because you took a turn, they've now double moved a second time away. They are not in your sight. You can move yourselves about now. I'll move you to the next map if you want to try to keep pursuing, but the combat is over. Okay, let's see. Move you down here. You continue on into that next chamber, and you can see this before you. Damaged furniture has been dragged into this area to create a study. 2 bookshelves stand alongside chairs and desks, covered with papers. The rough cave walls feature gouges, as if some powerful creature dragged its claws against the stone.
Hmm.
And the ghouls are gone. That's where they were, but they're gone.
Okay.
There is another exit to the west. Another narrow tunnel spiraling further and further down.
I'm gonna do an investigative check to see if there's anything on the bookshelves that makes sense.
No need to make
Oh,
a check. No need to
Okay.
make a check here. No need to make a check. Yeah, you can look at the bookshelves. They hold a mix of fictional fictional stories, history, and more. It says, and more.
And
So-
more.
Yeah, fictional stories, history books, and more.
Is there a
Okay.
common theme throughout the fictional stories?
No, I would say that they're all just like varying children's folk stories.
Children's folk stories for this area, this culture?
Yeah, generally speaking.
Okay.
Yep.
Are there any like fun stories for the miners? Like, I don't know, the miners' acts or like those cheesy romance stories? No.
like a smutty book?
Yes. But
No.
mining.
With
Okay.
what's his name, Fabio on the cover?
The Gold Digger's Diary?
Yes. In the gold mine. It's perfect.
There is none.
He hit the gold mine.
There is none. Silver
Sorry.
Foxes. Nothing like that. No.
Okay.
What's
Worth a
up with
shot.
the history books? What are they on?
You know, it doesn't say, so I'm going to say it's probably just of the region.
Okay.
If you were to actually spend time, like spend a few hours and read through them, you might be able to get some more information about like the history of the government here, things like that. But it seems pretty typical.
You said this all the furniture was like strewn about, like
Yeah, and it looks mismatched. Like it's not really a set. It looks like they've all been brought down here at separate points to make up this common room. What about you two
how
down
old is
below?
Does this all look like like deserted, abandoned, or
No. It doesn't look abandoned. No. It looks like there's somebody obviously resides here.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, was there a layer of dust on the books like that hadn't been used in a long time?
No. They it does look as though somebody uses these.
All right.
Yep. What about you two down below, Dabi or Azula?
No, I think I'm kind of staying in the middle here. I'm still kind of beat up. I feel like I'd just take the opportunity just to kind of sit down.
Do you want to use 15 minutes to take a short rest? I don't know if everybody wants to do that.
Yeah,
Not a
go
bad
for it.
idea.
Okay.
We can do
Yeah,
15
we-
minutes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So while you're searching through, you can rest. You can roll your hit dice. Dabi, I'd say you see the drawing desk, the desk covered with papers. There are nubs of charcoal and drawings scattered across. The sketches range from mundane portraits to cityscapes to ghastly renditions of demonic faces with saucer-sized eyes.
Does anything look familiar?
You're not familiar with San Sitlan, really? You haven't been there, so maybe you could say because you did your studying that the buildings do look like the same architecture, but you've never been to the city, so you can't be certain.
And what about those? What did you say that they look like demons?
Yep, faces with demonic saucer-sized eyes.
But we haven't heard any reports of anything that looked like that, have we?
No.
If I take down some of these children's books, are there any drawings inside that look like these demon things?
There are not. No, there aren't any drawings in there, but there are, like I said, numerous drawings on the desk. If you want to look through there, you can see that there are some other sketches. You can see a sketch depicting an elegantly dressed tiefling, one whom you recognize as the fellow you met upstairs with the horns, almost like ram-like, swooping back.
Before we go further, you guys do that. I'm just going to go here and act as like a guard in case they come back. I'll try
Sure.
to turn them in.
That's fine.
Any secret compartments, maybe?
Give me a perception check. Or investigation, I guess. One or the other if you'd like.
I'll run investigation.
Go for it.
Investigate. 23 on investigate.
Oh.
23 and a 14. Yeah, Brock looks around. He's like, nope, nothing here. And then you open up a drawer beneath. And it looks like the drawer has a hidden compartment.
Ooh, I like hidden compartments.
You'll see another portrait there. Not a portrait, I should say. A drawing, charcoal drawing there. And a locket. And within this hidden compartment in a drawer, you can see that the cityscape, it looks like manor houses, like a row of manor houses. And then it just says the caption, home, sketched with a shaky hand. And then you also see a locket that I said, which is in the drawer as well. It is a half of a hinged silver locket wrapped in paper. So it's like, broken open. The opening part is gone, so only half fits there. You could see the portrait of a warmly smiling woman. An older lady.
I'll take it just in case.
Okay. Both things, the paper and the locket?
Yeah, I'll take both.
Okay. These do seem to have been hidden. Okay, so you search through these rooms and you find the locket, the paper. Where to now?
I guess let's keep moving onwards.
Keep moving.
Okay, I'll move your tokens. No need to move them. Okay. Again, continuing to wrap further down into the earth, you come upon probably the biggest cavern that you've seen so far. Like I said, most of the other places, the ceiling was about 10 feet high. This one reaches upwards of 30 feet, and you can see scrawled across all the walls are strange symbols. The skeletons of two large creatures are here, one embedded in the east wall, and the other coiled around the altar, covered in filthy feathers.
Looks like a large chicken.
Is there anything on the altar?
The altar, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Wait, so what happened?
So
Okay.
this is a very large cavern. Inside you see skeletons. These giant skeletons look like they've been unearthed, and there is one wrapping. It's like fossils of this creature wrapping around a altar. The other one, it looks like it is inside the wall, just to the right of it. So like, look, there's one right here, like inside the wall, and one right here, lying about, uncovered, wrapping around an altar.
Now you said fossils, right? So these are like totally stone fossils.
They look
at this
like the remains, the bones of a creature that's embedded in the dirt and embedded in the wall.
point. Okay.
Yep, this
Is
one
it-
just happens to be coiling around this altar that's covered in filthy feathers. So I'd say the altar itself is probably that of like just some kind of like a black rock, but there's just like blood and feathers kind of just staining it.
Can I check out the altar?
Yeah. That's what you see when you approach it.
I'm not gonna touch it, just from like a distance.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So then, yes, it does look like it is a, like I said, a dirty, bloody altar.
Okay.
Okay.
You keep moving on, guys, or
Hi there.
actually, I've got
What's up?
I've got a question. This square thing that's in the center, does that look like it's to the elevator, like the mine elevator?
Yeah, it
Okay.
would be the landing of the shaft. However, the elevator hasn't been used in quite some time, so it's completely covered in dust and dirt. And
Did we
Okay.
didn't take a long rest so I could pray and recover spells, did I? Did
no, we took a short rest only.
No.
There is you can see though, there is a large tunnel leading to the west here, and the wind is much louder here. In fact, this whole chamber is probably filled with the sound, like that static noise of like wind just like rushing through this large cave. This looks like a long dark cavern that goes for as far as you can see beyond your sight.
What?
The ghouls, you probably could see that there are footprints of the ghouls heading that way.
Is that elevator like is it down at our level or is it
No, we didn't take it down. It had to be operated inside.
Correct.
Okay, so that's okay.
Mhm.
So if we needed to get out, we couldn't use that elevator.
There's no escape.
Correct.
Perfect.
Go back the way we came.
Actually, I would say that the ghouls, probably it's been a minute at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'd say the
Yeah.
ghouls are actually lurking in that hallway, and they're shambling back to the group now. So
No.
yeah, they're shambling back. We'll roll
Let's
into
finish
initiative
these
here.
guys off.
Roll initiative.
I got a
Oh, my
10.
goodness. Two.
A 10. Okay.
Oh
Ooh,
my god.
5. I'm in the back.
Yay.
A 7. Wow, we all rolled 10 or below.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe they're slow too.
Yeah,
No,
maybe.
they got a 19.
They're not slow. They're not
They got
slow.
a
I'd rather
19.
you roll a 19 for initiative than a 19 to hit.
Yeah, so they come out of the
Fair.
darkness, make themselves known, and we roll into initiative here. These things are going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. One to Dobby, Brock and Yognir. And then they'll attack. One attack each. Sorry, not one attack each. Claw and then a bite. One on Yognir. Bite on Yognir. Missing with a nat 1, and then a bite of 16 is going to hit for 13 piercing damage. For Steph, I've got Brock with a claw. Let's see if it hits. A 21, that's going to hit probably.
That will hit. Yep, that'll hit.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, because the bite could come in with advantage because you could be paralyzed from this. What you got?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time, Bobby.
Con saving throw.
Con saving.
Yeah.
22.
22. You're not paralyzed, but it is going to hit you with the bite as well.
Okay. I guess that's acceptable.
It's acceptable. You're going to take a total of 10 piercing from the bite and 9 from the claw.
That is not acceptable. That's a lot, man.
And then we go
Okay.
to the crew. Dobby, Azula on deck.
Is there any way to tell which one of them was injured already?
This one here looks like it's got some wounds from prior combat. The one to the
Okay.
north near Steve.
I'm gonna go Toll the Dead on that guy, so it's a 2d10 damage instead.
Okay,
So it's a DC Wisdom save of 15.
gotcha. Save of 15 is going to fail, and it's going to take a total of how much?
Or 2d12, so 18 damage.
18, gotcha. Yeah. So it's going to fail, and it takes 18. That's going to kill it.
All right.
I looked. It's not immune or even resistant to necrotic damage, so you would think that an undead would be immune or even at the very least resistant, but it is not.
Oh, they can take necrotic damage?
Yeah, it can. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Nice.
All right, so that's the end of your
Yeah.
turn. What about Hockey?
Yep, Hockey will aid on the remaining.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. We go to Azula, and then Bork on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna firebolt the last one.
Go for it. You have advantage.
Oh, I do.
Yep, because of Hockey.
Sweet. Will a 22
That'll
hit?
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
That is 11.
11. Nice. Brock, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it with my sword. There you go. Longsword. 19.
Yeah, that'll probably do it. What's your total damage?
I got 7 slashing.
Yep, there you go. So you eliminate the final ghoul,
Nice.
and the combat is over here. That was swift, but they were hurt, and you have some decent advantages over them. All right. So you're in this chamber now, and you can hear the howling coming from this way, where they entered to this cave. Azula, I see you're there, and you have the really good dark vision, right? The 120 feet.
Yeah, it's
And
from
does
I think from being a shadow sorcerer.
Do you see perfect with it, or is it like normal dark
It's-
vision where it's
It's weird. I think it's just normal. Let me see if I can link it.
okay? Yeah, if you can post it in, that'd be cool. Because it's
Yeah.
more going to be for the description here. But
Let's see. I should
Yeah.
be able to. Does that work? Yeah.
yeah, so it's regular
Looks
dark.
like it-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. So you can see at about the edge of your dark vision. It almost, for a moment, the sound of the wind and everything kind of distracting you. You almost have to do a double take here. But you believe that you can see a figure, a silhouette at least, of this hulking bipedal bird. It is about 100 or so feet away from you. It's like looks like it's using the shadows to its advantage to hide, but it sees you clearly. You lock eyes with this thing, and all you see are these round, saucer-like eyes from this owl. And when you notice it, and you kind of give off that reaction, the thing turns and starts to run rather awkwardly, but then eventually take flight down
Towards
this
us?
corridor. No, down the corridor, away from you.
Okay.
What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the group that. It's like, guys, there was some sort of bird down there. It flew off. It saw me.
That sounds like what started this whole mess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to tell if those feathers that were on the little black stone altar over there would match.
I'd have you make a
Um,
nature check or something, but I mean, you could put two and two together. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
does that mean you're gonna die, Azula, because you saw it first?
If
Oh.
only.
We'll see.
Could I cast Detect Evil on the altar?
Yeah, absolutely. And detect evil, right?
Mhm.
I looked this up before. I can't remember if it is the aberrations thing. Okay, so yes. So you do, except you don't sense it on the altar. You sense it in the fossils.
No.
So those are undead creatures.
So that creature, given the size and the composition of the fossil, would it? If I talk to Azula, do you think that would match up with the creature that he saw in size and like structure?
No, No, the you can look at it right now. Like that thing would be of huge size, and the thing that Azula just saw in the chamber in the tunnel looks like it was maybe of large size,
Okay.
or honestly, maybe even not. Maybe just like a large humanoid.
I'll just say, hey guys, whatever this creature was, it seems that they were worshiping it. Because there's blood on the altar, there are feathers on the altar and you said the feathers matched like what this creature
Yeah,
had.
it's a bird-like creature and it had feathers. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
These fossils, do they appear to be bird-like or? Can you
No,
tell?
they look more like I would just for our knowledge, like a dinosaur fossil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although we know now that dinosaurs have more in common with
That
birds
is
than
true.
flowers.
They do. They don't look like Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Okay, I guess
We
should we
should
follow it
that
along?
thing down the tunnel.
Okay.
Sure. You can
Let's
head down
go,
the
guys.
tunnel. Yeah, you'll head down the tunnel. I'm going to switch us out of Roll20 for now. We don't need it at this point. Just for our screen here. Michelle, how you doing? Everything good? Okay, good. Excellent. Yeah, so you head down this long tunnel, and you don't get sight of this creature again. I mean, you get the sense that it flew. And so even Hockey, if you send Hockey ahead a couple hundred feet to kind of speed past you all, he doesn't even come back with any sighting of a creature. But you get the sense that it came this way because all throughout this tunnel, there are these large gouge marks made from some sort of strong claw. So it could be that this is a frequent location that it goes to. You'll travel here for quite some time. If you're willing to continue it, you can walk about a few hours in this tunnel. You get the sense, though, that there is something coming up ahead because you can hear the sound of like noise. It's distant, but the echo carries through this tunnel. There's some sort of noise. It's not just the wind howling. It sounds like almost like people, commotion. And after traveling what you feel like would be a few miles in this underground tunnel, you can hear that noise getting louder and louder and louder as you open up into a large cavern of a cenote. Do you know what a cenote is, everybody? Because I didn't know until I had to look it up.
Nope.
In a lot of arid climates, places like Mexico, Central America, there are dried up natural springs. And so there might be some water in the bottom of it, but the water has not been used for like a well or a resource of spring water for quite some time. So you actually, I don't have a picture of it, but if you Google a cenote, it does look. You've seen these in movies and things like that before. Like I said, it's basically this dried up underground water spring. So you come to this area here, and you can see like scaffolding leading up to what appears to be a small little opening, and it is open to the night sky, and you hear bustling noises of a city above you. You get the sense that you've arrived in San Sitlan.
Do we understand the language?
Yeah, it's common. Yeah. It's not like any one conversation you can pick out. It sounds like, like a city street at night.
Yeah. So we're underneath.
Yes,
basically.
exactly. You've come up from underneath the city. Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. I have a picture. If you want to get up to the area to see what's around you, you can see this.
I mean, yeah, there's a party happening above us. I
They're
wanna go to the
basically-
party.
There basically is a party. Yes. There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
Now
Oh,
this is not exactly what you would see because the night of the remembered is still not tonight. It's still a few days from now. But like I said, Boston on St. Patrick's Day weekend, every day is St. Patrick's Day. So it's like this, but maybe slightly toned down. Imagine like
yeah.
what was the movie?
This is 2 nights before, so people
Yeah.
are gearing up
Yeah.
for it, right?
They're gearing up. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So there's just people dressed up.
Mhm.
You've got people dressed as undead, skeletal costumes, things like that, and decorations, colorful, vivid decorations of undead spirits all around the city streets. So yeah, you come up from like an alleyway, but once you get out of the alleyway, this is what you see on the busy street. Living the night of the remembered in full swing here.
Do we see any
So-
signs of the bird?
Yeah.
No signs of the bird. The alleyway might have, claw marks coming from where the Sereno opened up. Might have been like a covering, like a sort of like a sewer grate, but that's removed, and claw marks around there. You know what? Maybe there would be some feathers as well, but to tell the direction could be hard because this thing was flying when you saw it last.
I think we should try to find Mr. Fancy Tiefling.
Sure. Yeah, you want to head out and see if you could find your way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's the only
He's
person we
connected
know.
and-
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so you head out and you bump in. There's tons of people in the street, and as you're walking through, the music is changing. It's celebratory. As you walk through Azula, somebody like grabs you and twirls you and spins you around. Things like that happen as you're walking through. People are partying, and it doesn't stop just because you are trying to pass by them. Let's see here. What do you want to do? How do you want to find any location or marker or person?
Is
He's a
there,
politician, right?
He's a politician, yeah.
So I guess we would ask where the local offices are.
It would be much too late to go to a local office. It would all be closed. But if you use his name, It's Mean, It's Mean Del Prado was how he introduced himself. You can talk to somebody and you can say, oh, you're looking for It's Mean. And somebody, random party goer, will say to you, oh, the politician? Who cares about them? It's all about the celebration tonight.
Is there a tavern around here anywhere?
There are definitely taverns where you can get drinks, yeah, for sure.
Let's go to a tavern and ask. Maybe we could we'll get like a better reception.
Sure. So you can find one of the local taverns off the side of the road here, and you enter in, and you can see that there's plenty of people in here celebrating with drinks as well. You can see they have their own ofrenda put up with many portraits of people, probably either friends of the bar, the tavern, or relatives. You want to ask someone in particular?
Is this how big is this? Is this a city or a large town?
It's a city.
or-
No, this is a city. This is a big,
Okay.
big area. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, let me go to the bar and I'll ask the bartender. Yeah, I'll get us drinks. I'll say, "Oh, where's the political award? Well, I'll just drop his name. We have a petition that we have to we have to give to him tomorrow. I just want to know how to get to his offices."
The bartender. Let's see. Give me a persuasion check. What are you gonna? Yeah, give me a persuasion. You said you have a petition that needs to be signed.
I could do that, or I could just I have some gold. I could just put 10 gold on the bar and say, "Yeah, where's the political award?"
10 gold. Ooh, okay. Yeah, no need for a check if you're gonna give him some gold. The bartender will come up, a human. He's got a. I would say he's got a like a typical bartender, a glass in one hand, rag in the other. Got the old routine
Well,
going.
yeah, I'm kind of emptying my coffer. Well, I don't know.
You're
Cleaning
emptying
off
your
a
pockets for
already
sure.
Clean glass.
I am emptying my pockets, but I'll get his drinks, and I will give him 10 gold, and I'll just say, "Yeah, we have to go to political ward tomorrow morning. I just need some directions, specifically for," and I'll ask the guy. I forgot his name already. Keep on forgetting.
It's
sorry.
me.
It's me, Mario.
The tiefling. Hey.
Yeah, It's Mean. Yeah, he can give you directions to the political ward. He can
Yeah,
tell you where they
please.
are in the city. Yeah, that's not a problem.
I have 500 gold. I'm good. But I'm not carrying 500. But...
Gotcha. Yeah, he'll give you directions to the political ward, but he tells you again, it's nothing open now. I mean, if you want,
I'll say no. We have to go in the morning. Maybe we could also get a room tonight. My friends and I.
Well, but no. Let's see.
We
Do
need
you
to
know
take
where
a
he
rest.
is right now?
Why don't we take a rest and cover our spells and
I have no idea
You
where
gotta keep
It's
going,
Mean
man.
is.
work the hork. We have to.
No, we
spells
gotta
back
get moving
and,
on this. We
I
got
have-
Eladro is still waiting on us on the
That's
other
true.
side of the
Eladio is still at the entrance of the mine.
I just
We're around
want
the
to
campfire,
get paid
cooking
and get this
some-
over with here.
he's cooking
Yeah, I
some
agree. We need to
potatoes.
go. Like, people are sick.
Poor Eladio. He didn't sign up for this, right? He didn't want to go back to this mine. There he saw those ghouls bringing the body down.
All right, so I did
He
give him
musters-
10 gold. I'll ask where does this? Do you know where this guy lives?
Hold on. Eladio musters the courage and
Uh,
travels with you all to the mine, the hollow mine, He waits for you with your horses atop the mine in the darkness of night as you head down where there are howls and sounds of terror. And then you never come back.
Yep, and we've walked miles into
You've walked
now
miles.
the city.
Well, he's probably
Poor
back.
guy.
He's probably back into town saying, "Yeah, they didn't make it." You know?
They're dead. They died.
All right. Well, if you want to go, so since I gave him 10 gold, I'll ask him. Do you know where Do you know where he lives?
Let's see. Would he know where he lives?
Or where we could find him right now. I mean, it's a big
Yes.
party. There's
Yeah.
got to be a VIP room somewhere, right?
Yeah. Where's
You're-
he party?
He's got a couple of ideas. He has an apartment in the. Let's see. I want to make sure I get the name of this place right. Los Gavilanes. I believe that's the name you. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Los Gavilanes. I'm definitely not pronouncing it correctly. I apologize for anybody who speaks Spanish, but Gavilanes is the neighborhood where he lives. He could tell you where his home would be. And then he also can say that he also owns a bunch of businesses around town. One being a, what is it called? Where they, metalworks. A metalworks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A smithery.
Yeah, but both his political office and the smithery would be closed. He could be home or he could be partying like all the rest of the people.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll thank him for his information.
Sure. Do you want to attempt to find his house? Is that what you're looking for? Maybe go to his neighborhood?
Yeah, I mean, just get a sense of where he might be hanging out tonight, or where he would. Well, I'll ask the bartender one more time. Do you know? Does he party anywhere specifically during this holiday that you
He's
would
like,
know of?
How would I know?
I'll give him 5 more gold. So I'll repeat the question. Do you know where he's a big wig? So where do you think where he might party? Does he throw the best parties?
He'll give you back your gold. He's like, sorry, friend, I don't know. And politicians, they have all strange requirements. They have to be at certain places, give speeches, and I do not know. 2 days before the ceremonies.
Let's try his apartment. I mean, he had a lot of guys with him. Maybe he has a servant or a butler or something. I mean, these rich people all have.
Although I have an idea, if he's involved in some type of evil, some type of evil worshiping, there's might be something going on at these metalworks. I would imagine it would be a big building. There'd be room for something, something funky going down. But we can definitely check out his apartment. So there might be some information there if we have to, break in.
Yeah, you could take the directions from the bartender and head towards the Los Galvanes section. And you get to the neighborhood, and this is much more subdued. There are some people out in the streets. It's not terribly late. It's probably something around like 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
You are walking through the city streets, and you can see the houses begin to get much nicer in terms of quality. And as you're walking by, Dobby, you notice something. That picture that you saw, you almost have to do a double take because you look at the
one I took?
Yeah, the apartment buildings that are flanking the roads. This looks awfully familiar. You take out the portrait and you can see the pictures. You almost can put it up in front of you and see the buildings and the structures that are before you.
So it's the same as in the portrait?
Yeah, it looks very similar.
Oh, so I'm going to hold it up and kind of so I can see both of them next to each other. I'm going to say, hey guys,
Give me
this
an
looks familiar.
Either investigation or perception check. See if you can notice it or figure it out from the drawing.
I think investigation's probably better for me.
Sure, call it out when you're ready.
12.
12, gotcha. Yeah, you don't see like what would be the home of a politician, but the paper does look awfully familiar to one of the buildings where it says, again, home written over one of it. You can see like based on the heights of the buildings, one tall one comes to a point with a spire, and there's one in the middle, a smaller one, and that one had home written over it. And you can see that from the side of the road, but this doesn't look like a politician's
We should
residence.
check it out anyway. It was with the wasn't it with the politicians' locket and things?
That would be correct. The locket you found in the drawer.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
So
with
it's got to
that.
be associated with him somehow.
You go
Have
up
we
to this.
seen many city guards walking around?
No city guards. No, mm-mm. No.
Was this building-
Mostly just people who are on their way to the center of the city for the celebration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you said it doesn't look like a politician's home. What does it look like?
It's
I mean,
much more modest in terms of means, and looks like perhaps this is a place where, more common folk would live.
Okay.
You approach this small home here, and the building is clearly showing its age, but it does look well cared for. Like the rest of the city, cheerfully decorated for the impending festival. You can see there's a stairwell that leads up to the main entrance, and at the top of the entrance, you can see it's covered in, almost like the archway, covered in portraits. Like those who may be dead. You have the locket, correct?
Yeah. Any that look like they're in the locket there? Like
Yeah.
a copy.
Yeah, one of the women's faces that are portraits hanging above the entranceway is that of the woman in the locket.
Any sign of like maybe who she could be to this guy? Maybe
Doesn't look like, by terms of age, like could be mother. Like she might only be like 10 years older than Itzmeen. Like she's in her 50s.
Huh.
The door is actually, when you get to the top of the stairwell, you can notice the door is actually cracked open.
Does it look? I mean, it's obviously dark inside. There's no light source coming from the inside.
There's a candlelight coming from inside.
Oh, okay. I was
Candlelight.
going to ask. It doesn't. You said it was carefully preserved, but does it look like somebody preserved in the sense that someone's still living there, or just
Oh
somebody?
yeah. Like somebody still lives here clearly and maintains it as well as they can. It doesn't
Okay.
look dirty or anything like that, but it's an older building and it's showing its age with cracks and things like that. But anything that's more cosmetic looks like it's kept up with pretty well, and
the
it's
door
decorated.
You said the door is ajar.
The door is ajar. Yes.
Maybe we should just.
Do you
go
take
in.
off the lid of the jar?
Yes.
Gotcha. You peer
some,
into the dark room. Again, the only thing lighting it is a candlelit ofrenda. I have a picture of it, actually. I'll show you. The only thing you can see in here is this, because everything else is dark. Let's see, where are the pictures, though? That's what I want to find. Yes, that's not it. Yes, that is it. There you go. I'll switch it over for the Roll20 view.
Oh, kind of like a shrine or some sort.
Yep, that's what these ofrendas are. They're, has anybody seen the movie Coco? Because it's like one of my favorite Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Great
I-
movie.
I like it.
It's an
I
awesome
well up
movie.
every time I watch that movie. It's such a
The
emotional
skeleton playing the guitar.
movie.
just
Yeah,
like-
yeah. It's like that. It's the same. It's a very similar to like Mexican culture where this Day of the Dead, where they
Yeah, it's very
remember
Day of
their
the
loved
Dead-ish.
ones. Yeah. So it's like past loved ones with pictures we put up here to remember them by.
The pictures that are around the structure, are they the same as the ones on the door, or are they different people?
Different people, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
different people. You hear a voice coming from inside the dark room. Are you here to kill my son? As a woman enters into the light.
I mean, we weren't planning on it. Who's your son?
I mean, what does she look like?
She looks like that of the locket, the picture that Dobby had in the locket. She's an older woman, but she seems rather kind, motherly. She's not, like I said, she's not like a grandma. She looks like she could be maybe just a little bit older than Itzmeen in terms of age, so like maybe 50 years old. And she
It's
comes.
mean was a tiefling.
He was a tiefling, yes. She's a human.
She's a human. Okay.
Yep, she's a human. She comes out. She's got dark hair, dark features. She's got like a little scarf over her head, and she'll come out.
Wasn't she on the wall of the dead people?
No, she's not on the wall of dead people. Her picture was hanging above the archway of the home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her and a few other
Does she
people.
appear to be like frail or?
Nope. She seems of fine health. She comes out and she says to you that her name is Doña Rosa, and I know that you're here for my son.
Why would you think that?
He just came and told me that people were chasing him.
And
Well,
what
we're
does-
not here to kill him. We just want to talk to him.
Yeah, what does he, I mean, what I saw was something very different than what would look like your son. So
I assure you, he's not a monster.
Is your son a bird?
really hard. I was trying so hard not to ask that question.
For the longest time, I thought that he was ill. But just before you arrived, he came and told me the truth.
And what is the truth?
He has become some sort of creature. This bird you speak of, that is him.
I'll say, well, madam, there's a town full of sick people who are dying that we think that your son might somehow be responsible. So we need to talk to him and hopefully cure him, and in turn cure the townsfolk. So it's very important that we speak to him.
You're not going to kill him?
We're not here to kill him. We're here to help people, to heal the town and to help him.
Do I have your word that you won't kill him?
Not unless we have to.
You have our word that we will not kill him.
Who says we?
I'm
This is
neutral,
sweet.
man. I can break my word. I mean,
So you could lie, is what you're
I
saying.
can lie. Yeah, totally.
I got my fingers crossed behind my back.
Yeah, same here. My fingers are crossed.
I don't want to lie to a
I'm
woman.
curling my tail as like a cross too. So
It's all my fault, to be honest.
why don't you tell us what happened?
She says, my son, Serapio. He's a good boy. He's become a great man. Resilient. But recently, the effects of something so devilish long ago has come back to haunt us. His father was a man I married many years ago named Orencio. I found that Orencio was dealing in dark magic. You see, he was working late and always coming home after midnight, and I thought that perhaps he was having an affair of sorts. I followed him one day to his work, and I saw that he was performing a dark ritual, consorting with demons. I exposed his deeds, and he was executed years ago. Well, some 20 years now. But I was already pregnant with Serapio at the time. I remarried, and my other husband, he passed away a few years ago, but I never told Serapio what happened to him, his father, his real father. Clearly, some dark deed was done. And now that he's been sick and changing, I know this is the work of his father, Orencio.
His
Please.
father was like me.
No, his father was not a tiefling. However, he has confided in another person. He told me I am not the only person to know his secret. Do you know the politician Itzmin?
Yeah, we have met him. Yes.
He's become a bit of a confidant. He works in his metalworks. He's been doing very well for the last year or so, working a steady job, collecting us valuable income. He said that he's going to see him right now to see what he can do. Perhaps get some money, run away from here. He went to the metalworks, where he's going to meet his boss.
Wait, I'm totally confused. This is not It's Mean's mom. This is somebody else's mom.
Serapio.
This is
Okay,
Serapio.
I'm totally confused. All right.
Yeah,
No,
Is the father like me? Because I thought that. All right.
It's Mean is not his father. Is
Okay.
not his relative. His boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. It's making me crazy. I can't. So he left. He went there right now to talk to him.
Yes, I told him that he has to do whatever he can to defeat this curse. Find the most talented priests or clerics to rid him of this affliction, but we don't have the means. Perhaps he could talk to his boss, get some money.
Don't worry, ma'am. Money pockets over here. The tiefling will help out.
I think your son's in grave danger if he's going to talk to It's Mean tonight. So we're gonna have to go get him.
You promised you will leave him alone. You won't harm him.
It's Mean we want to talk to. We're not here for your son. You think he might have a part in all this? So where's his metalworks? Do you know where it is?
She'll give you the address. It's not far from here. It's more on the outskirts of town, but a 15 to 20 minute walk.
Okay. Can we take an Uber and get there in like 3 minutes? Or?
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
Um,
Just call a rock or a large eagle and.
Eladio shows up with the horses.
Okay.
Hey.
No, just kidding. He's dead. He's dead.
No.
No.
Oh no.
Wild coyotes got him.
Oh no.
Nobody came
Okay.
back. No.
She'll tell you this before you go as well. She says that it's fine if you need to do something drastic to save Serapio. She wants you to do it, but she also wants you to know that his life is of the utmost importance. If there's a way to save him without killing him, she wants that.
We'll do everything in our power to save him without killing him. Keep him safe.
He does his very best to keep his instinct to change into this creature at bay, but sometimes he can't control it. Or at least that's what he told her this evening.
So again, I'll say you have our word, and I'll look over at Bork. I'll say, "Am I right?"
Well, what was he doing? What was he doing down in the caves, though? I don't know.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know anything about the caves.
Well, let's get out of here and try to find this metalwork shop.
Yeah, let's go find it.
Okay. All right. So as you're walking, you can discuss your plan. I'll describe the metalworks shop to you, and then you tell me what you'd like to do. So it's a very large warehouse. It measures about 60 feet by 90 feet. Features you can see from the outside that there's 2 levels to it. And when you approach, you can see the big metal doors to this warehouse look like they are open wide. You could see this from the street view. It's a very secluded part of town. Unlike even the apartment building area where you were just in, there are no citizens walking the streets, no celebrators preparing for the Night of the Remembered.
Open windows.
Let's see. There are windows, probably, but none of them are open, and it's pitch black inside. There's no light.
Is there any could we send a Hawkeye up above to the roof to see if there's any opening up top?
You could.
Let's do it. There's no light, you said?
No
like
light.
Candlelit or anything?
No
carrying
light.
out?
No light. Mm-mm. It looks like the warehouse is abandoned, or at least nobody's there right now, but the doors are flung open.
Maybe they're in the downstairs or something.
Can I very quietly get up next to the door and peer through?
Yeah, you want to? Do you want to do this quietly?
Investigation or
Yeah, how do you want to do it?
I'm gonna go as quietly as I can, kind of being semi sneaky, and look around. I guess I'll roll perception. 1 second here. Where is this? Lost
Ooh.
my thing. Oh, yeah, I
Got a-
critted on that, so I
got a
can see
20.
everything.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna switch us over to a map here. I'm gonna put your tokens on the board, and I'll give you all the information you're looking for here. All right, so we got Bork, Bam, Azula, Dobby, Hockey, and Yagnir. All right, so I'll put you into this area and switch it over for Roll20 view. Okay, you see the map, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that is big.
Yeah, it's a big area. The warehouse is, like I said, about 60 feet by 90 feet. You can see raised catwalks going along both sides here. And it's hard to see in the map because the light blockers are here. But like right here to the left and the right, there's a second floor, and it's a catwalk. And I'd say Hockey can go to the top on the outside before you approach, and he could see in. Now there is no light, so he can't really see in. But you got the sense that there was something moving in there. Maybe the silhouette from the moonlight could see something, a creature moving.
Or just to see if there's anything on the catwalks or on the roof itself. If there are people like watching for us, or
Right,
having
exactly.
set up
He
a guard or
couldn't
something.
see very well, but he got the sense that somewhere in there, in the ground level, there was a movement. Couldn't tell what it was.
Okay.
Do you guys remember what the son's name was? It was not Cilantro.
Serapio.
Serapio. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm being really awful today with names.
That's okay.
Serap. I'm gonna just. I don't see anyone in here. It looks fine to me. I'm gonna be like, Serapio, your mom sent us. Hello?
In order, if I cast fairy fire into the building, like through the doorway, I mean, do I have to center it on something, or can I just like cast it out in a wide area?
No, it's a wide area. I think it's 20 feet, a square of 20 feet, and you place it wherever you'd like.
Okay. Yeah, let's go up to the entrance to the building, and I'll just like cast it inside.
Sure. So you get up to where Brock is. Brock is at the doorway yelling, Serapio, where are you? And then the light will glow. We'll just say the fairy fire will come in right about here in the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah, right there. So this area is lit up with fairy fire. And now that you can...
Is that the area you put the square around?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can illuminate. You can see these large vats and the catwalk and all the different, like tool carts, things like that around here. There's also piles of debris. You get the sense of moving through these pieces of metal would be very difficult, possibly even dangerous. The light of the fairy fire glows, and through that faint glow, you can see the catwalk. You see a person stand out in front of you now, from the glow, right here. To the right-hand side. I'm going to put the token on the ground floor, but the person is actually on the catwalk above.
A human?
Yep, it looks humanoid, but it is quickly revealed that it's mean, as a hood is taken off, and you can see those horns flowing backwards. You see it's mean. And he says to you all, "Twice in one night. Incredible.
Just the
Coincidence.
person we were looking for.
Is this coincidence?"
I doubt that. Let's get to it. What are you doing to the people back in the town?
What am I doing?
We know that you're involved. We saw your image down in the caves. I'm getting very Scooby-Doo-ish right now. We
I
know
have
that
to.
you're...
I have to apologize.
I want to show him the locket that I found because it looked like it was his.
Yeah, you pull out the silver locket, and he goes, "It's a lovely token of appreciation, but I cannot accept gifts. I am a politician, of course."
So he doesn't recognize it?
He doesn't seem to, at least. he'll walk a little further along the catwalk again. He'd actually be like, he'd be off the map right now because you see where his token is, like the little lip there.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually on the catwalk on the second floor, walking around. And he says, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're referring to, but I assure you, this is not a good look, you confronting someone at their place of business. In a dark time at night, seems like you might be trespassing.
You don't have a charm person, do you, Dobby?
No.
Yeah, nuts.
Look, I know that you're...
Look, you just happen to be in your dark warehouse in the middle of the night. We're here to save the town from that dreadful disease. And we're also here to save Serapio. What is
Cilantro.
Serapio.
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 His mother is quite worried about him. We're here to save him.
Ah, yes, Doña Rosa. What a wonderful woman. You see, I'm afraid that's not possible. Serapio is undergoing a glorious transformation.
What are you worshipping down in those caves? What was on that altar? That evil altar?
Oh, you did go into the caves, even though I told you it was very dangerous. Well, you shouldn't have done that, because Pazuzu will not be pleased.
Oh, shit.
Pazuzu? That sounds
Pazuzu.
made up, man.
I assure you, Pazuzu is not made up.
Do I know of this Pazuzu?
Yeah, give me a religion check. I'd say you know, generally speaking, Pazuzu.
Steve knows who he is, but this... 17.
Yeah, for those of you who are wondering, Pazuzu is basically an ancient demon creature in the Forgotten Realms, basically like one of the more evil of the demon lords here. And basically...
He made an appearance in a famous horror movie, too.
Yeah, it's funny.
that
I know that in The Exorcist they talk about Pazuzu, but I think these are like separate entities. It's like...
Oh, yeah, they just took the name.
They took the name. Yeah.
The real, not the quote-unquote real one, I think, was Mesopotamian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's not historical Pazuzu, but it's funny they chose the exact same name, the exact same demon here. So Pazuzu...
Even the deities and demigods from a long time ago.
From probably an older edition, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Pazuzu, he says, will be very upset that you've meddled with his work. And then he says, come, Serapio, join us. And from the center of these big, huge vats, you can see up at the top, spreading its large wings, is that owl-like creature. It's not big, like in the sense it takes up multiple squares, but it's like maybe bugbear size and height, so much larger than all of you, taller than all of you, but still takes up that middle circle. But I'm just going to give you the artwork for it because it's pretty cool. And you see it outstretch its wings in front of you. And he'll tell you that... Let's see, where can I find the... I don't want to give you anything you don't want to see. I just want to give you what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Why... I'm going to wait because I don't want to show you something by accident. I'll show you the artwork later then.
Okay.
Just because...
I'm going to shout out to Serapio. We're here, and we're the good guys. Your mom sent us. Come to... I know you can fly, so just come over here and be with us instead.
He says he can't hear you right now. He's turned into this creation of Pazuzu called, and I am gonna unfortunately butcher this name, but I believe it's called Telecaticolo. Telecaticolo. Yeah, that's it. Is Telecaticolo. So you could refer to him as the Serapio or the owl creature, whatever, but Telecaticolo is what it's called. And he says that this creature is a glorious new creation from Pazuzu. And Serapio, let's show them what you can do. We're going to go into initiative here.
We're going to kill this person, and then Donna Rosa's not going to be happy, guys.
Well, let's see what happens.
We're gonna
We'll
get
find
hit
out.
with the sandal.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Oh, initiative.
Initiatives.
I got a 13.
15.
13.
13 from Brock.
Mhm.
And Christian, what'd you get?
I believe I got a 20...
19, I see.
19, yes.
Okay, Christian, you're first. Azula wins the initiative.
Um,
Oh, and everyone, you need to give me a madness check as you see this creature in its full form here. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom? Okay. Nope.
17?
17. That's good. 7
I
is
failed.
not good. You're going to lose a point of madness.
It
Azula, you lose a
definitely
point of
failed.
madness.
7.
Yep. Everybody fails except for Dobby. So mark off a point of madness here. Let's see. Let's go to you, Azula. You're up.
I'm gonna. Did the owl? Does the owl look like it's not friendly towards us?
The owl does not look friendly towards you. No, it looks like it's about to jump off, leap off the edge of the catwalk, and swoop down to pick one of you off.
Is
I
it
just got
60 feet.
Yeah, by the way, I just got rid of the catwalk line of sight blocking thing. You can see that
Okay.
there's a way to get up to the catwalk is a ladder here. But that's the only form of, I guess, what is it, a form of stairs? Yeah, that's it.
Am I within 60 feet of the owl?
Let's see. You can measure, we'll snap.
Because I don't know in terms of how high.
You are 65 feet from it.
All right. So maybe I'll move a little closer.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast web on the owl and
Gotcha.
kind of lock him right in the center. Just because I don't want to hurt him.
Gotcha. I'm going to move the fairy fire to be the web
Sure.
right here.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna kind of maybe just shout like, "We're just here to help you."
Gotcha. I'll make its strength check now.
I think it's a deck save.
It's a strength, is
Yeah.
it not? Is it
It
dex?
says dexterity 15
Oh,
is
okay.
what it says here.
Okay. Even better.
I mean, strength. It was strength for sure.
Oh no.
23.
Ugh.
Not an issue. The web cannot contain this thing as it just like kind of leaps off into the air and flies and like basically claws its way out of the initial web. But it's a good try. It's a good try. We go to Yagnir.
I'm going to cast Remove Curse on him.
Does it need to be touch for remove curse, or is there a distance?
Let me see. Oh, it's a touch.
You could try when he gets to you.
It could jump
Yes,
up.
save that. Save that spell slot, man. Try it at the end.
If he gets close enough, I'll try.
Gotcha. Okay.
So in the meantime, I want to hurt him, but we
Does
got to
the-
bring him down. Say Scorching Ray.
Okay. What's the range on that? Is it 120?
Well, I'm
I
looking
think
it
it's,
up
I
right
think it's
now.
pretty large.
Is Ami hostile towards us as well?
It's mean? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It is 120 feet.
120 feet.
Yep. So you're good. Roll your 3 rays.
I'll do that at third level.
Okay. Blowing the big guns here.
Yeah, why not?
Go for it.
Got 19, 19, and a 10.
Ooh, the bonuses would be your +4 probably because your wisdom is +2, so +2 for that. No, +5 because of the +5 because of your proficiency bonus and your wisdom.
And the
so,
wisdom. All right,
so-
so 19, 19, so about
yeah, the 15's the low one. Yeah.
15's a low one, and then 24. Okay, so that would be. So each one does 2d6.
Yep, 2d6 fire damage. So
Oh.
2 are gonna hit.
Okay. So I hope this doesn't kill him. I don't think this will. So 6 for the first one. Could just roll a 4. And 6 for the second one.
Gotcha. So 12 fire damage he takes.
I think you have one more if you did it on a 3rd level, right?
It's
Yeah,
oh,
yes, 3.
it's more rays, isn't it? Yes, actually, it's going to be 2 more rays, I believe.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's no, one more ray, because you're casting from 2nd to 3rd. Yeah, one more ray.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's 16.
Roll more damage. Yeah. Mhm.
4.
Okay, so you've done 16 damage to him. Got it. Excellent. The rays blast into him, cutting through some of the web, and then he'll go on his turn. He's escaped from the web, obviously, but he gets 3 times from the scorching rays. We go to Dobby, then Bork on deck.
All right. I think I'm gonna cast because Azuna's up pretty close right now, and then Brocco's next. I don't know. This is tough. I think I'm gonna.
You
I'm gonna
cast web on him, man. On it. It's.
I don't have any web. That's the problem. I don't have any like restraining type abilities here. That's the problem.
Just damage.
Yeah, I think I might. All right, what's the range of this?
I kill things.
Well, no, I'll have some protection spells too.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I'm gonna go with
I found it. I found the handout.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
It's kind of.
And it's terrifying.
yeah.
Bipedal owl, basically. Yeah. Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil onto. Who do we have here? Who's around us right now? I'm not sure which characters.
It's
I'm
Azula.
purple. Brock is purple.
Okay, I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on Brock just because he's got to be getting up front soon, and then I'll have Hockey fly out to here to get into a better spot.
Gotcha, great. All right, so if any creature that's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fiend, fey, or undead attacks you, they'll have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And then after you, it's going to be Brock.
Okay. I am gonna try and get up to the catwalk. Maybe I can distract them from being on their same level. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the top.
Mhm.
Or would that take longer?
It would
That's
take a
too
little longer to go up. I'd say half your speed. How many squares did it take you to get there?
I think it was. Was I here? I
Yep.
think I was here.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You were
1, 2,
right
3,
behind me.
4, 5, 6. Took half my movement to get up there, but that's so I guess I'm like halfway on the ladder.
Yeah, so it's going to take you 15. It's going to go half your speed to go up the ladder.
Okay.
So let's say that you basically just go up like 5 feet at this point. You go up 5 feet, and you have about 15 more feet to go. So you could get up there with your next move to the top of the catwalk.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna do something slightly stupid. I'm gonna do my action surge and just get to the very top of the catwalk.
Ooh, very
So
cool.
I'm just here. Just because I want to be up there and not stuck on a ladder. And then I'm going to touch my Giant's Might Ruin, which makes me large. And I have advantage on strength checks,
Boom.
and I do a little extra damage. But I think this way here, I'm like, come at me.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm on your level, guys.
Oh,
I'm
very-
gonna yell at both of them.
Very nice. I love it. Okay. That's the end of your turn. We go to the creatures now. Its mean is gonna use a spell on you. Give me wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Give me a second here. 15. Not bad.
Okay. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. No, you're actually good. Yeah, that's gonna succeed.
Okay.
So yeah, so you cast, or he casts a spell on you, and he seems to have no effect. So he'll start to retreat. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beyond the side of the railing there, away from Brock, who's just now turned large and imposing. The creature is going to swoop down.
Aw, darn it, guys. I left all the squishies down at the bottom.
Azula, what's your armor class? 16?
Oh, sorry, 16.
16?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the creature's going to swoop down. Actually, it can't reach you, can it? No, it can't reach you, so it's going to do something slightly different because it won't be able to reach you in time. So it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right to here. And it's going to cast a... It's going to use a yeah, like a ray attack. It's going to hit you and Yagnir. Give me both of you. Here's what happens to it, basically. What it's going to do is it's going to just, this like wind, this chilling blast of wind in a beam comes out at you. You're going to get hit, and you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Constitution.
Yep, Yagnir and Azula.
21.
Nice.
And what about you, Yagnir?
5.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, yeah, go ahead. You have anything you can do?
Since he attacked me, do I get a chance to do Hellish Rebuke?
Maybe. Although it might need to say that you are the target of an attack.
Well, let's see here.
Nope, just being damaged. Yep.
Oh, wait.
Within
Yeah, but
60
before you
feet
do
that you
that-
could see.
Is he within 30? Yagnir, are you within 30 feet of me, like, diagonally?
Let's see.
What are these squares? Are they 10 or 5 feet?
5.
5, 10, 15, 20.
But I'm
Yes, you are. Yep. You are within 30
Okay.
feet. Yep.
I'm gonna see that, and I'm going to invoke my Cloud Rune, which react. If you or a creature within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of you.
Yep.
Oh wait, but
You could choose
this guy-
yourself.
Use myself to get it.
You would just take the damage. I think the optimal, like the
Use a
perfect
different
scenario is
creature.
you give it to an enemy, but there's
Right.
no enemy. But if you want to save Yagnir's hit points here, it's a pretty big blast.
Okay, then I'll try to take it. We're gonna see how big this blast is.
Okay, so Yagnir, you're not going to take the damage. Brock is going to take it for you.
Thank you, Steph.
Let's see.
Yeah, this may. Who knows?
Well, can you read where did its mean go? Can you redirect it back, like at him?
He's too
or-
far away. No.
He's too far away, but I can at least take it from you this time.
You have to be within 35 feet of something.
You have to be within
have to be
30 feet
30
and
feet.
sight, yeah.
Or
So
off.
it's going to give you... Actually,
Wait a
I'll be-
minute. There's one other person or thing that can take the hit if we
I
don't want it
wasn't gonna say it to make you mad, man. But we can
Oh,
redirect
hockey?
it at hockey.
to. I mean,
You
I
want to
don't
take
know.
it, or you want to give it to Hockey?
No, I don't want to make Dobby mad at me. That's,
well, I mean, I don't know.
All
I'd
right,
be more
Steph.
mad if we all
Steph?
die.
We
I
kind of,
could
I mean, we
always-
kind of
Steph?
need to, so it's like.
Yeah.
What would your
if
character
Hockey
do in this
takes
moment?
it-
Because it's a reaction. What would you do?
it's a reaction. I would not do it to hockey.
Okay,
like, as
you
a
take-
reaction, I would be like, Dobby's gonna kill me. I'd rather die by this.
Gotcha. You take 18 poison damage.
Ugh, okay. It's not the worst.
It's not the worst. It was, by the way, it was 4d12.
Oh gosh.
So I think you rolled pretty low compared to it because it was average wise it should be more in the 20s, I think 24 or
Mhm.
something like that. But you take 18 poison damage. Now, just want to make sure we're doing the rule correctly here. You take the damage, but what about the effects of the hit?
Give me a second here. I just had
Yeah.
it up. You know, it doesn't say anything about effects.
Yeah, because he still failed the save, right? Just a damage portion you take.
I'm pretty sure. Give me a second here. Cloud Rune. When you are a creature you see within 30 feet is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of you to become the target of the attack instead, using the same roll.
Oh, so
I guess
you
I get-
get the effects of this.
I guess I do get the effects.
Okay, so then you're gonna. So here's what's gonna happen. You feel like physically drained. You cannot
Okay.
regain hit points.
Does she have
Oh,
to take the test
okay.
for it to resist it?
I think it's already done, right? The test is done. He had to get
Yeah, it
damage
says same roll.
Yeah, the same
So-
roll. Yeah,
Should have let Hawkey take it.
it's all right. It's just this is thematic
That's what
here.
it is.
This is thematic. So
Oh.
you cannot get healed. We
Oh, so
go
I
to
can't-
Yeah.
Um,
Does
just as a quick
protection
question.
work?
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, I'm protected. Does that
Mhm.
work?
you would be, but this is not an attack roll. It was a line. So
Okay.
it would have disadvantage if it tries to like claw at you or bite you or something.
Okay.
All right,
Um,
so
I just have a side question on this though. Because
yeah,
I have relentless endurance. If I'm reduced to 0 HP but not killed, I can pop up to 1 HP. Does that negate that?
I think it does because
Darn.
it would
Okay.
you gain a hit point when that happens, and you can't regain
Right.
any hit points.
Okay.
This is
Oh.
big. This is
Okay.
big. Okay, so we go to the top of the order here. Azula, you're up.
All right. So, where's the other guy?
It's exciting.
Is he behind
He's,
something?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
out of
he's
your sight.
behind the control panel up above.
Okay, I just can't see him. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, since I can't see him, I guess our bird guy is the only person I can attack. I'm going to hit the bird with.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with a fireball.
Okay.
'cause
Fireball.
I've never-
Okay.
Yeah.
Fireball in the air. We go. Here we go.
Yep.
Roll your damage.
So,
Whoa.
29.
Okay. He does have advantage on this roll. You get the sense that he is very adept at resisting spells. He gets a 23,
Oh,
but
alright.
still take half, so it's going to be 14.
Okay.
Okay. 14 damage.
And I'm gonna kind of move 5, 10. I'm gonna kind of move towards the ladder as well.
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. I think that gets me here.
All right. That's the end of your turn. We go to Yagnir, then Dobby on deck.
Okay. Give me just half a second here.
That's also very interesting, though, Dobby, with the hockey there. Like, that is totally viable. In the future now, you have this conversation, and you'd be like, anytime, take hockey out.
We'll see if I survive this one to ask that question. So,
That's true. You're hurt pretty bad, aren't you?
yeah.
The healing thing hurts you big time.
Yeah. That sucks because I also have healing abilities like
Yeah.
second wind and that I can't use.
Yeah.
So what condition is she hit by?
There's no
Is she
condition.
under?
It's not
No
a condition.
condition?
It just by failing by taking that plague wind, she cannot regain hit points.
For how long?
That is a good question. One that you'll have to use your magics on. later.
What the damage she took, was that magical damage? Like,
Yep.
would this be considered a spell?
Not a spell.
Don't worry about
no,
me, guys.
no, not a
Let's
spell.
get through this fight. We're gonna win.
You're an integral part of this team.
I mean, just from experience, do I think if I cast Dispel Magic on her, would that help her at all?
No, not one bit.
Okay. We gotta bring the bird down. I'm gonna do Scorching Ray again at 3rd level.
Okay.
Then I'll have one slot left. I can try to do Remove Curse.
Go for it.
So what did we say we had? That was 4 rays.
Forays at 3rd level. Yep.
Okay. Like 17. So 21, 22, 18, and 13.
So it looks like you're gonna get 3 hits with, because you have +5 to all those rolls, right?
Mhm.
So 3 hits. Roll your. It'd be 66.
66?
6 dice. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. Oop.
Okay, so I see 22 and 3 is 25.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, excellent. The creature gets hit, blast 3 more times, and it's got its sights set on you. We go to Dobby and then Bork on deck.
All right. So doesn't seem like there's anything I can do to help Brock here. So I guess I'm gonna have to, and I can't see the other guy. All right. I'm gonna have to attack the bird.
Okay.
There's no one in the vicinity at the moment. Or does Fireball hit things out of sight? Like, can I try and position it to hit that other guy too? If he's
You
within,
could,
if
yeah,
he's
it
close
would,
enough?
yeah, it would. I don't know that you can. Let's see. Let's see. So it's a 40-foot. 2, 4, 10, 20, 10, 20, 13. That's all right. This is the size of Fireball, this new square we just drew.
Okay.
And let's move it to see if we can get it. If you centered it, you can. Look at that. It's like a glove.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Perfect.
Look at that. My goodness here.
What's in the tanks? Are we gonna explode the whatever? Is that like oil in the tanks?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
Even better
We're
if there
good.
is. Let's do it.
We're just gonna get
All
blown
right.
out of this warehouse completely, like
We'll be fine.
full action movie.
We'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Let's see what the attack is here.
Oh my god.
All right. It's a pretty sizable attack.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh my god. 38
So-
damage on the fireball. Its mean fails because your DC is 15 and he had a 14. You kill him outright. Oh my god.
We don't even get to ask any questions anymore.
No, he's just fried. Oh my
He's
god.
incinerated.
You rolled. Hold on. Look at these rolls here. You rolled a 6, 6, 2, 5, 4, 3, 6, 6. 2, 6,
Wow.
4
A few
sixes.
sixes. That's a few sixes there.
4 6s and a 5. This is
That
maybe
is
the best
not-
fireball roll I've seen ever.
That is not bad. That's my rolling technique, I gotta say.
Oh my god. Poor guy. Okay, so the creature is probably going to resist this because his dexterity is very good, but I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, he resists this, so he takes half it, so 20... 19? 19.
Yeah.
19 damage. Okay, wow. Jeez.
And then Hawkeye will fly over when the coast is clear of the burning.
Oh
But
my god.
do you explode those tanks? I'm because it does say that everything flammable
Yeah, all flammable.
is now
sure.
on fire.
Luckily
so
for
probably
you-
the roof is on fire.
Luckily for you, these are large melting vats. You would actually put the metal in it to liquefy it.
Okay.
They're not on, and there's nothing in them, so you just heat them up, and they're used to heat, so that's okay.
Yeah, see? Everything is fine, guys. Everything is fine.
Wow.
10, 20, 25, then I'll move my 30 feet. It's right there.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
All right. Serapio is gonna go, and so would our boy here, but he's down. Let's see here. We're gonna go in for the Yagnir kill. Let's see if we can do it.
See if we can kill the Yagnir. Oh,
Let's
no.
see if we can do it. All right. So Yagnir
I
looks
was
like only
muted. How would I do that?
it looks like only one is gonna hit you, Yagnir, with a total of 18. Is that your AC?
Hold on a second.
You said it was 15, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to take a total of 10 piercing and 11 poison damage.
Okay, hold on. And then 11?
10 piercing and 11 poison. Yep.
Right. Okay. Do I have to
Okay.
do a saving throw for the poison, or?
Nope, it's just poison damage, not a condition. So it swoops down, claws you a bunch of times. One of them
Hellish
connects.
Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke, go for it.
Is Dirty Bird.
Yeah,
Got him.
That's 3d10.
go for it. Oh my gosh. The damage is unreal. Does it get a save against this? I forget.
Let me look it up real quick. I don't think so.
All right, I'll roll a dice just in case. Gets advantage. Okay, so if it's the case, it does get a save. It will make it with a 15, I believe. So we'll see. But we'll come to you next. We'll go to Brock now. No, sorry, Dobby then Brock.
Oh, we're back to me already?
Oh, sorry, that was Hellish Rebuke, wasn't it? I was looking at Steve like it was his turn. No, that was the creature's turn. Azula is up. I apologize.
All right. I guess we're just gonna keep. Well, how high up is the catwalk? Just out of curiosity.
20
like how
feet.
many?
20 feet up, but
20.
the creature is now at the. It's only 10 feet in the air. It's hovering over Yagnir.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should make a dash to those controls to figure out what he was trying to do.
He may.
Where would I thought that would be under Tiefling. It's not there.
No, it's a spell, I believe. Hellish Rebuke.
That's all clerical. All right. So.
I
So
got
all
it.
my spells
Sounds
are
like
like
natural
dexterity
three.
saves.
Hellish
I wouldn't-
Rebuke is a reaction. The person makes a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Right.
So you rolled 3d10 because it does more when you're a higher level or something?
You could use that. Hold on a second.
Because it's not a spell, right? For you, it's a reaction to your talent or whatever.
Reaction.
It's your...
It
It's
says
fine.
you could cast it with a second level spell slot.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's what you're doing then. Casting a second level spell slot. Good. So it does pass, so it'll take half as much on a successful one. So it was 21, it's going to take 10.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Why can't I find it?
Okay. All right, we go to Azula. What you got?
Are we still? Are we just gonna keep attacking the bird? Is that
That's up to you.
all agree on?
I'm
I
gonna.
mean, we have to at least try to
He's
subdue it somehow.
He's
Can
trying
I
to kill
shout down?
Yagnir.
Knock him out so we can get the
Yeah.
curse off him. Knock him
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So, all right. I'm gonna do lightning bolt at it.
Lightning bolt. Okay.
Just
Roll your
gonna-
damage. I'll take the saving throw.
30.
He's going to succeed. So it'll
I
take
knew it.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, but Azula, that
Ugh.
kills him.
Oh no.
Oh.
No, Rosa's gonna be so mad.
So you blast this owl that screeches in the sky right before its death, and it falls to the ground. I'd say that it reverts from its owl form back to Serapio for a dramatic effect. And Serapio will reach out and call out for his mother
Oh no.
Mommy.
That's awesome.
before he says,
Come on, guys! I gave our word.
Heal him quick.
No,
Can I
this
do
is-
spare the dying?
So
Yeah.
unfortunately for with enemies or NPCs like that, there's no death saves, right? So they just die when they die. If you hit it with a weapon and you want to use what do they call it? Non-lethal damage, or whatever. I forget the term for it here, but if you don't want to kill somebody, but you want to knock it out, hit it on the head, you could do that. But with a spell, I've always said it's how could a lightning bolt be done non-lethal? You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
doesn't
Okay. Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
I didn't realize he was bloodied. That.
I forgot to put the bloody condition on him. I should have told you that because that's part of our house rules. How about this?
If you
I-
why don't you bring it down to 1 hit point?
How
or is
about-
it-
Yeah.
I can do spare the dying.
How about this, Christian? I will give you basically in a sense a luck roll to see if you could hit him in a non-vital area, something that would be potentially less life-threatening. but it'd have to be, I'd say we'll give you, on a d20, you need to roll a 13 or higher. If you get this, just see if luck is on your side. If you could aim this lightning bolt so that you could maybe keep him from dying entirely, and then we can use like a spare the dying on him. I'd be happy
Does
to give
anyone
you a
have-
chance because I never gave him the bloodied condition.
Can hockey aid me? Yeah, do I have anything
No aid.
that can...
This is not a check. It's just a straight up roll,
No.
13 or higher.
I'm cheering you on.
Oh no!
Oh,
Did you see the 13? Hold on. Did you see the 13?
I saw the 13 and I got really excited. Do I have an
You just killed them all
inspiration
over
point?
again.
Do
No.
I...
You straight up murdered this poor kid.
That's a
Can I do
hard one
before?
right there.
Can I say before he did that cast bless spell on him?
This is not a
There's
check.
no way, man.
This is not a check.
But hey, I mean, the good news is that like in 2
tried.
days there's that festival. Maybe he'll come back as a skeleton or something.
That's true.
Saying that's
He'll be a skeleton bird.
Oh,
Man, we came in here and just leveled the place.
Yeah. So you hover over the body, you see if you could revive him, and you find it's no use. And you hear a sob come from behind you. You can see Doña Rosa at the
no.
doorway to the
followed
metalworks.
us too.
And
I'll go over. I'll try to comfort her. I'll
she'll
say,
like
"Look,
she'll like hit you. She'll like punch you. It does no effect, but she's like punching
that's
at
fine.
you.
No, I want to be not.
oh, don't touch me.
zero.
I can't. I think I automatically hellish rebuke if you touch me like that. And then attack. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You murder her too.
Whoosh.
She's got like 3 hit points on her, the little old lady.
Oh,
Whoa.
poor guy.
Oh man.
Okay, so
Alright,
I
yeah.
guess so why is everyone getting sick though? We murdered our 2 leads. We have
So-
no idea why everyone's getting sick in that other town.
So yeah, so we'll just to wrap this up here. You can Doña Rosa, she just cries in anguish. You know, you can comfort her as best you can, but you know, she kind of had an idea that there might not be a way to save him.
Yeah.
She didn't know, but we won't find out. She will have you take the body back, and obviously, you know, you'll bury it, give him the rites necessary. Even though she's not very outwardly thankful, she does have a sense of relief that whatever her son was going through is done now. He's no longer transforming into a horrendous monster and plaguing the towns nearby. After a little bit of digging, you can report to authorities or however you would like to do this, but you can find that Itzmin had some sort of connection to the dark arts as well. Perhaps you'd find some paperwork in his house, a diary, a journal, that he actually was a disciple of Orencio long ago when he was a young man. So naturally, whenever this curse or whatever this deed was done to the unborn child, he knew just when and where to be to cultivate the kid's fear. The plague was spread by this creature. That thing that affected you, Steph, you actually are affected by the Sereno as well. However, Steve, after maybe a day or 2 of research and figuring out how to deal with this, you find out that it can be cured with removed disease, but it needed to be done in direct sunlight. So maybe with Steph, it would work on you, and through process of elimination, you figured out what elements affected you that you were able to replicate, and then you were able to do so on the town of what's it called? Marzipan.
Marzipan.
Milpasul.
Milpasul.
Yeah. Even though it might take a few days and testing and figuring it out, with enough research, I'm sure Dobby would be hot on the books. He would figure it out.
And Izmir was in like a Pazuzu cult.
Yep.
Is that it?
Itzmin looked like he was a follower of Pazuzu. When his house was raided by the officials, they reported that he had some journals, some writings, that he was a disciple of Orencio, and so he knew exactly when and where to come to cultivate the curse that was bestowed upon his unborn child. So you can head back to Milpasul, cure those people, just in time for the party of the celebration of the Night of the Remembered, and maybe at that point on the ofrenda would be that of sorry, not Orencio, jeez, of Serapia. But yeah, this is called The Fiend of Hollow Mine, and it's the one of the adventures in the Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. So it's the last one that I really enjoyed reading, and probably the last one I'll do on the channel, though you never say never. You never know. But,
is that the only horror one in that book? Or
there are a few other ones. We did the one with the, what was it called? The Yanido. It's the spirit in the town, the Japanese style town.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So we did 2 in this book. We also did 2 in the Candlekeep back in the first season. So I thought it'd be nice to do 1 here. And we're on our home turf. We're in our supernatural overlay instead of the Journeys overlay. So, but yeah. Don't forget, everybody, that we post these. These are one-shots, so they come once a month. Hopefully, we keep that trend going. We've been good so far. Let's keep it going, but make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon for notifications so you know whenever we release a new video. If you want to check out more of the Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel or the Supernatural 20, you can see those playlists on the main page or go to the playlist tab on YouTube. We're going to close it out here, but I enjoyed this one thoroughly. Thank you for playing, guys. A lot of fun. And we'll get Michelle back.
This one was good.
Yeah, it was a good one. This was cool.
We'll get Michelle back for the next one. Hopefully get Bear get in there and raging and doing some damage. So, alrighty. We'll see you all on the tabletop. Have a great evening, everybody.
Alrighty.
See you later.
Bye.